Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to the BFNL match of the round. Just 3 weeks ago, we saw Sunbury host Melton in that nail-biter. Kyle Borg had his moment to put the Bloods in front, but a game since, and Melton were able to consolidate with a win over Redan, but it was a different story for Sunbury, who had back-to-back losses at the Alfreton Oval last year and again this year. So they'll be endeavouring to get back on the winners list sooner rather than later and avoid a third loss in 4 outings. And, of course, coming up against the minor premiers from last year and the 2022 premiers, it's going to be a tough assignment, especially here at McPherson Park on a dry deck, despite a bit of rain around during the week. The wind has certainly dried the oval out. You can just see on screen. Lack of rain, really. But no surprise to see the breeze still around here at Mackey Park, albeit slight, and to the left of screen. Benjamin Cameron, excellent two-way midfield runner for Sunbury, is an out, obviously, with VFL duties at Coburg. Nathan Wood also an out. Seb Morris comes into the side. Good to see Brock Lant back playing today. He missed the game 3 weeks ago. Of course, Melton with no Geordie Cotter after that injury sustained in that nail-biter at the Clark Oval. Expectant return on the eve of finals. No Ryan Davis either. He's another 3 or 4 weeks away. And the big man, John O'Brien, is missing for another week with an ankle. So Sunbury will kick to the left of screen in this opening term. We'll endeavour to keep you updated with scores around the BFNL. Darley host North Ballarat. Back a smash home to the Lakers. Redan at home to Ballarat. And Sebastopol host East Point as welcome Travis Hodgson to the mic. Welcome, Trav. Play underway.
Cheers, Toddy. Just made it.
Jack Walker, quick hands to Hickey. So 2 important midfielders for the Bloods combine. Out wide looking there towards Liam Carter. Drop what he normally would have taken. Ball goes to ground. Whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up 60 metres away from the Sunbury goal. In an early start, according to your watch there, Trap.
Yeah, I thought I had 2 minutes, mate. They're off early.
So the Bloods into attack through Borg on the left boot, inside 50 to a one-on-one. Ryan Carter's been in exceptional form, had the ball knocked away from him from Riley. Ground level ball, sharked by Geordie Kite. He's held up, stolen by Ryan Carter. Went to the voice of Hickey, right foot kick across the body into the goal square. Juggling attempted mark, Carter's dropped it. Speak of Liam, ball at ground level. Sunbury endeavouring to deny Melton an exit. There'll be a ball up at the top of the goal square.
It looks like young Lockie Urban's been given the job on Liam Carter there. Just got him in the body, but fortunately for Lockie, put it down. No
easy jobs on it this afternoon. Speak of no easy jobs, Braden Kite's one of those, and he kicks the opener.
Just giving a little bit too much room at that stoppage there, Toddy. Too close to goal, and he specialises in that, doesn't he? Very good around the sticks.
Yeah, he's a star in his own right, Braden Kite. That's his 54th goal of the season. Of course, he kicked 34 last year,
so Liam Carter there just got him in the body, but fortunately
more
for
up
Lockie,
and about
put it down.
this year in the front half of the Bloods this afternoon. Speaking of no easy jobs, Braden Kite's one of those, and he kicks the exit out of the finals.
It was, and there's been seasons where he spent a fair bit of time up the ground on ball as well, but forward very dangerous.
So the opener to Braden Kite at the restart. Coles won that tap. Good for the confidence. Werner in the middle. Hurried left foot kick. Riley Walker back into the side today. Missed one game. Confidence building mark, plays on. Went by hand to Watkins, kicked towards half forward. Hickey had a couple to beat, set up okay for him. The gather was terrific. Right foot kick under pressure. Just the momentum forward. Just sort of saw that kick go errant and off to the right, out of bounds. The Bloods into attack.
And they won't be too disappointed after their last forward 50 stoppage. I think they're a real chance here.
So the opener through Braden Kite. Hoggy will make note of that because we'll give you the goal scorers as they happen at the breaks. Tap one by Coles. Swarm of players around the footy. Knew it, one of those bailed up by Ryan Carter. There'll be a ball up. Decent crowd in attendance here this afternoon. It's a 20-year anniversary of the Bloods flag. Suter did the Sharky. Kick across the body. How is it? Off to the right. Through for a minor score. So it's been all the Bloods. And again, the timekeeper's off to a slow start. We've been playing, well, you can add 2 minutes to that. It suggests 42 seconds on the digital. But it's Melton 7 who leads Sunbury no score.
They've obviously started the clock at 2:15 when the game was supposed to start.
They get overtaken by AI as Lever, penetrating kick beyond the defensive 50. The press up from Faruja was effective. Squaring kick was good and found Riley Walker. And he'll waste no time and send the Bloods into attack. Kite the target. Just bumped off his chest. Hurry kick out of the congestion from Guthrie was just hopeful rather than anything else.
Farugia sensational at that, those intercept marks. Really good for the BFL last week, and in Cotter's absence, he's going to be really important.
So he wouldn't have got away with that at the top level, Guthrie, but they're a little bit softer on that at this level with the deliberate. So Bramble, hand pass through traffic, denied by Walker. It went by hand to Jack Walker, and the kick inside 50 is good and found Geordie Kite. So I'm going to size for Sunbury in the opening few minutes. It's been played all.
It's probably their 50 inside 50, I think, to Sunbury haven't been in yet, so very one-sided at the moment.
Yep, Sunbury only able to get it to their half-forward line with a kick from Werner that was intercepted off half-back by Riley Walker. The rest of the play all played in Melton's half, so Geordie Kite trying to match Brother Braden. I think he's got the journey. Positive start for the Bloods. 2-1-13. They lead Sunbury no score. Ominous start for the Bloods.
Yeah, midfield dominance at the moment, and obviously Sunbury's got a few missing in there with no Cameron, Egan, Lewis, Miller. So that's probably the part. Sunbury's been okay in other parts of the ground, but they've copped their injuries all in the one spot, and 5 minutes in, it's pretty noticeable, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. It's good to see Lant back in the side. He did miss their matchup 3 weeks ago.
Put power in too. He's predominantly a half forward.
Back at the restart, we'll give that tap to McIntyre. It came out to broadcast wing. Sullivan had it taken away from him by Guthrie. Sidestep was good. So an inside 50 for the Lions. Sutton the target. Was well read at the back.
Just used his body really well there to get Sutton under the footy.
And the right foot kick to half-back's good and found Sullivan, who played on a wet by hand. Is a noted kicker, Minito. Probably choose to handball, but no, he got it right and didn't let us down. So Watkins, who's been important in the last month, will get his second kick in less than a minute. So he goes lateral with a switch of sorts to Mawson, to Riley Walker. Back in the side, has started well with a third touch to outer centre wing. Kick let him down. It was cut off there by Newitt, who went short to half forward. And McLean, who's pushed right up, swings onto the right boot. Kick was terrific and found Lant. Like this bloke. Onto the right boot he goes. Squarey kick meant for Brennan, and it knocked away from him. Guthrie with the pressure. Geordie Kite over the footy. Minito, quick hands. Watkins did well. Clean gather. Hurried kick, though. Got it to outer centre wing. Not out of trouble yet, the Bloods. Ball goes back into attack through Newitt, and Brennan presents and took a nice overhead mark in front of Minito. They had numbers all around that aerial. And Brennan, the beneficiary.
And he deserved that. The last entry before that, he timed his lead perfectly. And he put 10 metres on his opponent, and Lant was just a bit heavy with the kick and made him wait under it, and Melton got the footy back. So, yeah, deserves his go at it here.
So, if you read the At the Bar interview during the week, Mitch McLean said that it's this man he'd like to see kicking for goal after the siren to win a game of footy. Let's see how he goes. Well, he doesn't let us down. The journey will, though, as it's knocked through for a rush behind there by Phillips. And you can just see the breeze holding up that kick from Brennan, giving every indication the Bloods have got a slight advantage with the breeze in this opening term.
He's definitely got the range from there otherwise.
So Walker's kick to a 3-on-1. Ryan Carter somehow denied Sunbury an aerial claim, but he's thrown it away in the end, much to the displeasure of the Bloods faithful. And Murphy Boyd will play on and gave it a lever. Nearly spent it before he had it, but he had time to gather, but he kicked it to a 3-on-1. Blood spoil one another. Sutton over the shoulder will get the free kick. So it's made a meal of that there, the Bloods. A rare error in their back half, not just for today, but predominantly for the season. Their communication and awareness around one another is normally better than that, Trap.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-on-1, and Ferrugia we spoke about earlier when he took that intercept, he sort of had his name all over that and in the end was competing with his teammates. Sutton 5 metres closer than Brennan here, probably gets the journey.
So Sutton, comp rank 2 for goals this year. He's off to the right and out of bounds on the full.
Disappointing.
He's not shy on a behind. I think he ranks 2 in the comp for behinds, and he has known to spray a few out of bounds on the full, Sutton, so he could be closer to Kite in that race for the Tony Lockett medal, except for some errant misses. An important one at that. So it's Urban who gathered. He got it to Wright, who just coughed it up to Lockie Walker. He's had a good year. The kick let him down. The press from Newitt. It's effective. Normally good by foot, Trap.
Yeah, he's pretty neat. He's hit that one as well, Murphy Boyd.
Didn't let us down and found Boyd. And had some late contact from Stewart. And he'll get the 50-metre penalty.
It's probably a soft one, but, you know, you don't need to put yourself in that circumstance, in that position where you can give one away.
That's right. Well, the umpire preoccupied with the number on Murphy's back. I think that one was more like 49 than 50. So you've seen Boyd, not a noted goal kicker. Trav, would you back him in from here?
He is in the team for his kicking skills more than anything, but so it's interesting. He doesn't have many shots at goal, but as an under-19, he was a full forward for the Lions and used to kick a lot of goals. So
let's see how he goes. The address, 45-degree angle. It's bending back, though. All too late.
Yeah, he was a full forward as the under-19s captain at Sunbury, and he's become a half-back using his foot skills.
So it'll be Riley Walker with his noted role of bringing in the footy out of defence, in the absence especially of Cotter. Chance for Borg, who went by hand to Lockton Walker, who got it over towards Jack Walker. He kept running, got it to Carter. Hand pass meant for Russell, missed him. Nervous moment, ball up, half forward. Broadcast side for the Bloods.
Butchered that. It's actually Newitt that's gone to Liam Carter and giving a fair bit of room at the moment.
Tap one by McIntyre, of course, no O'Brien today. And what we did see at the Clark Oval 3 weeks ago, and quite uncharacteristic of the players in front of us today, is turnover, perceived pressure, and they often do bring the pressure at the Sunbury and Melton lineup. So it's good to see how the quality can absorb that pressure, because they're not used to it every week. That's the reality. For handball, whistle in a minute, there'll be another ball up on half forward for the Bloods. Quick tips from you in other games, Trav. Darley hosting North Ballarat.
Darley at home.
Cobras and the Lakers.
Marsh.
Redan, Ballarat.
I think Ballarat win and probably secure 6 if they do.
And Sebasta home to East Point.
East Point too good, although Sebasta getting better as the season goes on.
Speaking of getting better, the Lions are starting to get more ball as Guthrie's hair pass found Boyd. He kicked it to outer centre wing. Bramble and Walker both have the league speed. This time Walker has the pressure to ping Bramble. Not sure he had a great deal of prior, but an encouraging start for Riley Walker back into the lineup this afternoon.
Sunbury's covered off the corridor pretty well here. Going to force them down the line by the look of it.
So bereft of options, as it seems, momentarily for Riley Walker. So he gets plenty on the kick. Kite the fly at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Ground level there was Jack Walker. Right foot kick to Carter. Had it knocked away from him. Read beautifully off the pack there by the new man into the side. I speak of Morris, dribbling ball out towards Stevens. He was knocked off the ball by Sullivan, who conceded by hand to McIntyre. Back to Manito, normally good by foot, overcooked the kick with the entry. It's been cut off there by Muir, who played on, indecisive, put Urban under the pump. So he found Boyd stationary. Now he needs to use the footy, and he did, to steady the ship, and found Stevens. So he's a likely type up from the under-19s, Trav.
Yeah, he's a good player. Had him in the 17s for a couple of years. Got a lovely leg on him too, as you can see there.
Got it to broadcast centre wing. Mawson the fly. Just got a fist on it. Swarm of players around the footy. There'll be a ball up. So Sunbury seemingly steadied after those opening 2 goals. To the Kite boys, nonetheless. Clearance from the ball up to half forward for the Bloods.
Stiff there, Lever. Horrible bounce.
And you'll get that on a hard deck. over the line boundary throwing on half forward.
Leavers roll back behind the footy here as a +1. It's going on here. Changing the designated ruck.
They're giving the ruckman more time than they deserve to nominate. Ground level ball, chance of McLean. The old rugby headband on. The old elastoplast headband, if you don't mind. Let's see if they're asleep at the wheel on Play HQ today. We'll endeavour to get you updated scores. Backer Smash have started well. 16 plays 6. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Stewart. Ground ball. Walker did well. Quick hands. Got it over towards Russell. We found Hickey. Set the ball into attack to a 2-on-1. Numbers prevail on this occasion. It's the Sunbury defence through Lever. Knock it through for a rush behind. They waste no time bringing ball back into play. The kick was good and found Werner. We got the overlap through. Lever needs to be quick and he wasn't. He's pinged. Right call by the umpire. Just needed another run by player there, Trav, to get that handball receive off Lever. Bereft of option and penalised. Kite the target, had a couple to beat. His opposite number in Muir and Newitt. Numbers prevail again over the line, boundary throwing.
Interesting battle, Newitt and Liam Carter. So Newitt's giving him a fair bit of space, but sagging off to really help the defence with intercept.
Boundary throw in. Stewart in front. Look out. Here's Kite. Had to go by hand. He was tackled. Hickey couldn't gain possession. Erickson tackled, taken on the ground by Lant. And there'll be a ball up 35 to 40 metres away from the Bloods' goal.
They look to Kite. Muir's locked him.
Ball up, Stewart to do the ruck work, won that tap. There'll be a repeat stoppage. Oh, umpire's picked out a free kick for a push. So, the forward craft there of Lockie Walker, he just collapsed in front of the tackler. And does the umpire take the bait? Well, on this occasion he did. North Ballarat 13, lead Darley 1. East Point 6, lead Sebastopol, no score. So, good start for an undermanned North Ballarat this afternoon against the Devils. So it'll be Walker with the deliberate approach from 45. Off to the left for another minor score. So led off for Sunbury. The Bloods 14, lead Sunbury, well now 15, lead Sunbury 2. Low kick from Lever. Didn't go higher than 7 foot in the air and just landed on the chest of Sutton, who's pushed his way up to half back. Here comes lateral to Bramble. So try and create the overlap. Ambitious kick. Favoured land at the end. Can he get it over the top? To right. He can. He kicked it straight into the back of Suter. Mawson got the rebound. He found Erickson. Scobell. Didn't have a lot of room. Coughed it up. And then right. Well, it was the Eels, in fact, with a tumbling right foot kick. Could have done more with that. He's going to drag himself, if you don't mind. They waste no time. The Bloods switching play to the outer side of the ground. It'll be Doran with the right foot kick to half back. Carter went the spoilty. They cover some ground, the Carter boys. Sutton went by hand. Loose one at that under pressure. Swarm of players around the footy. And a ball up will take place. Out of side, half forward for the Lions.
Both teams are defending pretty well early. Both teams are finding it hard to get a chain of possessions through the middle of the ground.
Ball up. Tap one by Stewart. Just to his feet, really. No hit to any advantage, despite the efforts of Coles, the biggest man amongst them.
Sunbury can't afford a dump out of this stoppage, Melton, with 2 set up behind the ball.
Ball up. It'll be Coles.
5-2.
Left-hand tap was terrific. Hit to advantage to Sutton, who went forward to Brennan. Sat up for it. Kick with the outside of the right boot. Dribbling ball. Cross the face. Knocked through. Mine Mawson saved the day on the last line.
Sutton did all right there because it was 3v5 inside 50, but he kicked the forward's advantage and gave Sunbury half a chance there, Brennan.
So Riley Walker to bring the ball back into play. So Sunbury have been in the game for the last 10 or 12 minutes. Kick found Hickey, who went to Sullivan, who went on that left foot, as we know, penetrating one at that towards Borg. Went through his hands. They're under the pump here, Sunbury. Muir's gather was okay. Hand pass was under pressure. Made it difficult for Lever to extricate as the pressure came, and there'll be a ball up 49 metres out. from the Melton goal. Ball up. Tap one by Coles. Loose ball opportunity here for Lieber. He's bailed up.
It's really ball security. Rarely coughs the footy up, Lieber.
Ball on half forward here. Melton lead by 12 points midway through this entertaining opening term. Sullivan is bailed up, tackled, taken to the ground by McLean, who always makes you earn it. He's had a breakout season, McLean, the 20-year-old.
Outstanding for the BFL last week as well.
Ranked 3 for goals this season, and not always just a round goal, really covers some ground, so speaks a bit of volumes for his tech and his work on his fitness.
Yeah, they don't come much tougher either. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, you know when they go out on the ground with the elastoplast headband before contact that they know what's coming. Ball up, tap one by Cole. Speak of the devil, McLean. Quick hands to Werner through the middle. Got some space, but errant kick away from the Braden Kite. Pressure gathered from Riley Walker was terrific to Watkins. Will steady the ship. Went lateral. Phillips can wait. Got the favourable bounce and went by the right boot towards half forward. Carter could have been held, umpire. Well, he waved his hands up in the air, so he obviously saw something. Lieber needs to be quick. Some good pressure on the kick. Made it difficult for Morris, who just knocked it to, well, what was meant to be the advantage of Bramble. Went through his legs. Bramble opportunity. Blood's going to get away with this. Quick hands from Walker. He got it to Erickson. Left foot kick. And the kick's fine and found Carter. Gee, touch of the fumbles against Melton, and you really get punished.
Yeah, you do. That's one of the things that makes them so good. You pay maximum price if you make errors, particularly in that middle part of the ground. The only place you can afford to make errors against them is in your forward 50 with the chance to defend it. Anything through the middle, you get punished.
Yeah, so with all respect to Morris and Bramble, they combined for, well, they weren't clean. And the spill has ended up in the hands of the Bloods. And Ryan Carter, who was an excellent exponent of the drop punt, touched on that one in their win over Redan. He really misses. His approach is terrific, and he really makes you hurt. Where other sides, with weight of possession, can let you off the hook with behinds. And as Bloods, as good as they are, they're really strong in all areas.
Yeah, they got some good finishes, and I think you're right about the advantage with the breeze. That just carried nicely. That ball didn't look like holding up at all.
So for all of the arm wrestle that's prevailed for the last 10 or so minutes, the Bloods have been able to add another. So of North Ballarat. God help us. Loose ball opportunity for Hickey out of the congestion. Meant for Liam Carter. Look out, here comes Ryan Carter. Could he give it to his brother? Left him off the Christmas card. Left squaring kick. Gathered was good from Lieber. It was a hot hand pass. Made it difficult for Newitt. Over the door for Erickson. He went without it. Had it stolen away from him. There'll be a ball up.
Carter hits Kite there. It's another shot at goal. And Sunbury started with a player behind the ball inside 50 at that bounce. That one would have really hurt.
Melton 21. Sunbury 3. Again. And repeat stoppage. So, Lake Winderee 20 lead back a Smash 16. East Point 19 leads Sebastopol, no score. And it's the Bloods who lead Sunbury by 18 points, albeit with the breeze opening term here. Ball up, tap one by Coles. Lieber over the footy. Again, he'll keep it in and generate another stoppage, albeit in the Lions' back half there. They're under the pump. They just need to hang in, Trap.
Yeah, they've hung on okay, but it's a big, you feel it's a big 10 minutes for them.
Ball up, tap one by Coles. Loose ball opportunity for Boyd, and it's stolen away from him there by Guthrie. His hand pass went back into traffic. Stevens with a hurried kick, clearing one at that. And a bounce on the full, so the ball will come back in as quick as it went out. And Sunbury defence questions will be asked again to defend. So Borg with the right foot kick goes in the Carter direction. There was 3 Sunbury players up to spoil that Carter aerial. And they got numbers at ground level 2. Through Morris, kick was poor, cut off there by Ferrugia. Was meant for Ampolsky. So Perugia, it's quite a noted intercept player between half forward and half back. Sends the ball back into attack. Excellent spoil on the ball there from Newitt. Borg leads into the race for the ball. Not even he could keep it in. There'll be a boundary throw in, 40 metres away from the Melton goal.
Sort of pinned there at the moment. Sunbury's put a lot of numbers back to stop Melton from scoring, but it's hard to find a way out. Melton set up well behind the ball.
Boundary throw in. Tap one by Coles, Guthrie, and it knocked away from him. Hickey held without it. Umpire called play on. Pressure was good from Werner to deny Ryan Carter. There'll be a ball up 49 metres out from the Melton goal. So, in time on opening term here at McPherson's Park. Sunbury goals. What the crowd, well, the Sunbury fans will be wanting to pinch ahead of the quarter time siren. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of Ryan Carter. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 49 metres out. Identical distance from his previous shot, but this time on the outer side of the ground.
Give him a real chance here, wouldn't you, on the last one?
Yeah, well, I'd like to know his last 10 shots on goal. North Ballarat 22, Lee Darley 1. East Point 19, Sebastopol no score. So Ryan Carter from 49 metres gets plenty on the kick. It's all about the accuracy this time. It's off to the right and through for a minor score. So it'll be Newitt to bring the ball back into play. Got it towards the defensive 50.
Well, when you create him yourself, you're probably lucky to get that one, I reckon.
So it'll be McLean now with ball in hand.
And they bowed out the other side.
And he'll go to Newitt, who switches play to the defensive 50. Now Riley, sweeping hand pass, was okay. Got it to Doyle, over to the racehorse Bramble, who went with the outside of the right boot. Good slips catch there from Werner. He played on, went to Muir, on centre wing, through traffic, ambitious. Got it to Doyle, kick around the bottom, was hopeful rather than anything else. Clean bolt and Polsky. Mawson went to ground, opened the door for Sutton. Grand ball opportunity here for the Bloods to do the mopping up through Mawson. We got it to Scoble. Right foot kick to outer centre wing. Plenty of territory off the hands of Ryan Carter over the line for a boundary throw-in. True centre wing outer side.
Still close enough, Sunbury? Kicking against the wind.
Yeah, that's right.
They've had their 3 shots themselves, so they're probably kickable. A couple of them in particular.
Jack Hannett must have been laid out. I haven't seen him today.
No, Jack's not playing.
And away they go. Now here's a chance for Guthrie. Outside of the right boot, was well fielded in the end there by McLeod. He went on all fours. Werner made a bit of a meal of it, but somehow opened the door for Ampolsky. Mawson's called over the footy. How will the umpire adjudicate? Well, he called play on and then blew the whistle, said, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up 50 metres away from the Sunbury goal.
Terrific exit there at the front by Sunbury. It's a shame we couldn't get a clean ball in Werner's hands.
Yeah, they need to make this count as Ampolsky won the tap. Chance here for Guthrie, high up and under kick. Sutton and Walker, and from nowhere, Lant. He's taken a run with the flight catch, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Testing kick into the breeze, 40 metres out.
Probably take his best, I think.
I think he's an important cog for Sunbury moving forward.
Very hard around the contest.
So it'll be Brock Lant with his first deliberate shot on goal of the afternoon. Into the breeze. Kicks on its way. And it's right and stayed right, similar to the Boyd shot.
Younger brother of Jack and Dylan.
Well, you're going to say Jack and Jill for a minute.
Dylan spent a bit of time at Darley as well.
Yep, quality player. That's an understatement as Walker, penetrating kick into the middle of the ground, trying to find the smallest man with the overhead. I speak of Ericsson, who somehow won that contest to a 101 inside 50. The two number 7s, Muir and Kite. Muir kept it in front of him cleverly. Can he keep it in? Well, he does the boundary thing.
He's done very well there.
Oh, he's got away with it too.
Yeah,
and Kite just reminding him.
You don't want to be one out inside 50 racing back towards goal.
No, that's right. He did exceptionally well, but I did touch on that deliberate not pay at this level, and that was another example.
Yeah, and the players are aware of it, so credit to them for using it.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Boundary throw in. Chance for Guthrie and Power. Power's gone. And pinged by the umpire. And Borg will take the resultant free kick. So the Bloods getting bang for buck at the moment. Left foot kick into the pocket. Gee, that was an excellent attempt at mark, and his umpires paid that.
With the breeze, you're half a chance from here. Run out and hook this around.
So it'll be Geordie Kite.
For his second.
And the Bloods fourth. Around the body. Gee, they're good from there.
Nice.
They're good from anywhere, the Kites. They're flying high, the Bloods. They get their fourth of the afternoon. 4-4-28. They lead Sunbury 4 behinds. Time on opening term.
They've hung around Sunbury. When we look at the inside 50 numbers, they've probably only gone in half a dozen times. You know, as you're on target for 24-ish, it's probably not enough. So you're going to have to find a way to get the ball inside 50 more. More of those frontal exits from stoppages, that's when they've looked their best.
Bacchus Marsh 22, lead Lake Windermere 20. No score at Redan Ballarat. North Ballarat lead Darley by 20. And East Point lead Sebastopol by 12. Tap one by McIntyre. Ground ball opportunity gathered by Walker. Loose ball through traffic. Hickey somehow kept his feet. And then a territory gain by foot in the Carter direction. Leaving him well to get a fist to it. Here's Kite. The vision was good. Sullivan on his preferred. Well, he got rid of it, Kite. And Muir hung on to him for a little too long. And the umpire is going to bring the ball back. And the free kick will go to the Melton co-captain. And Braden Kite's like, what's going on here, guys? Give me the ball.
They're making good mates, I think, Kite and Muir. It's a bit of a friendship developing there.
So Kite into the pocket. Went searching for Geordie, who got Stevens over the shoulder. Umpire fell asleep at the wheel. And a boundary throwing. Melton 28, lead Sunbury 4. 27 and a half minutes gone opening term. Throw in front. Eels give him that tab. Lant ran past the footy. Stevens didn't. He gathered, cleared from Sunbury. Cut off on half back there by Watkins, who with a squarey kick. Urban, who went the spoil, somehow ended up in his hands, but he was denied the mark. And there'll be a ball up, 40 metres away from the Melton goal. Tap one by Stewart. Ground ball. Shark there by Werner. Hands were good. Dribbling ball. Only as far as Watkins from Land. And the 2 number 7s go at it again. Braden Kite. Dean Muir. There'll be a ball up on half forward for the Bloods. So an entertaining duel as you tip there.
Fiercely competitive, both of them, and they've bumped into each other today.
Ground ball, stoppage, half forward, broadcast side for the Bloods.
Getting done holding the ball there's not too dissimilar from the delivery out of bounds at this level. You know, you can usually secure the ball a bit there like young Urban did and not cough it up.
Tap one by McIntyre. Suitor's momentum. Took him past the footy. And there'll be a repeat stoppage. 55 metres away from the Bloods goal, who lead by 24 points. Couldn't be long left in this opening term. Werner the gather. Didn't have much support. Boundary throw in 55 metres around from the Melton goal. Boundary throw in. It'll be McIntyre and Eels. Eels grabbed it out of the ruck. Hand pass found. Lant. He was bailed up there by Hickey and McIntyre. And the pylon, WWF style. The siren sounds for quarter time here in the BFNL's match of the round via the Red Onion Vision. And the BFNL Match Centre, it's the Bloods 4-4-28 who lead Sunbury 4 behinds. Trav, you've got the goal scorers before we take a look at scores from around the BFNL.
Yeah, Braden Codd's got 1, Geordie Codd's got 2, and Ryan Carter's got 1.
Yeah, so after the Bloods kicked the opening 2 goals of the game, there was an arm wrestle of sorts between the 8th and the 20-minute mark. But again, some bang for buck for the Bloods in time on, with 2 late ones, has seen them get some separation on the scoreboard to lead by 24 points. Let's go round the grounds. Round 12 action. Back a smash, 22, lead Lake Riddaree 20. Darley 2, trail North Ballarat 22. Sebastopol 13, trail East Point 19. So no score out of Redan and Ballarat, but a couple of, here we go. Redan 20, lead Ballarat 13. So we got some close ones. I mean, the closest game we got a few weeks ago was Sebastopol losing by 59 points. But this is what we want to see, some close games in the BFNL. In round 12 action, that's what's unfolding. Stick with us via the BFNL Match Centre and the Red Onion Vision. We'll be back with the second quarter action in about 10 minutes' time. It's Melton who leads Sunbury by 24 points.
Despicable Me 4 has landed at Macca's. Try our banana desserts range for despicable grown-ups and a Happy Meal for your little minions. Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas.
Not far off a start here for the second quarter action here at McPherson Park. It's 1v3. And the Bloods who lead by 24 points after their first period with the breeze, Trav.
Yeah, big quarter for Sunbury. They really need to utilise the breeze this quarter and get a little bit closer.
Use of the footy will be an interesting watch. Tap one there by Cole. Shark by Walker. Left foot kick fortuitously fell into the hands of Borg. Somehow went the journey. Left foot kick to an open space. Bouncing ball meant for Geordie Kite. Had it knocked away from him by Scoble, who got it to Walker. Back to Scoble. Evasive to Hickey. Back to Scoble. Tumbling kick inside 50. Car to the target. Cut off by Borg. Quick answer, Braden Kite. Look out! Shot on goal! Done it again, copy-paste, opening minute goal to Braden Kite in the first quarter, and he's done it again in quarter number 2.
5 goals to the Bloods and 4 of them to the Kites.
Hickey back to Scoble.
Look, how quickly they got inside 50 and scored there, so one thing we didn't touch on in the first quarter was their inside 50 dominance. They've had 16-9 in the first quarter, which is sort of how it looks. Somebody's just struggling to get the ball inside 50. They've held it in there too, Todd. That's probably one of the key things. They had 5 or 6 tackles inside their forward 50 in that first quarter. Sunbury weren't able to keep the ball in when it did go in.
And how's the finish from Kite? He's just well aware of the surroundings here at Mackie Park, albeit the elements. Ball up at the restart. Chance for Coles doing the heavy lifting for the Lions. Managed to hold that in. And there'll be a ball up. Bloods down to a 30-point lead. Ball up, tap one by McIntyre, knocked away from him in the end. Chance for Stevens, bailed up there by Ericsson. And there'll be another ball up. 30-point lead to the hosts. The number 1 side, the FNL. Chance for Lant. Look out, Borgs. The pursuant. Not before Lant could get a kick away. Went over there to Brennan. Evelyn set for Polsky. Well, it didn't really. Chance of Phillips combines with Watkins, and they're out of trouble again. The Bloods through Faruja. Kick was okay in the end. Scoble made it look better than what it was. And they'll link up again, the Bloods. Some good pressure there from McLean. It asked a lot of the Scoble kick.
Real strength of his game.
So it'll be Watkins. The right foot kick, holding up into the breeze. Faruja read it best and took an overhead mark, uncontested in the end. Squaring kick was good to Phillips.
They're out
that for a kick. Walker did not have to break stride and ran away with a bounce on broadcast in the wing. Got Geordie Kite over the top. Oh, they can ruffle it here, the Bloods. Weighs up the options and said, keep me on the Christmas card list, brother. This is yours.
Well, they had Liam Carter by himself inside 50 for a long time there. They just transitioned so quickly. And that's been the big difference, as well as being able to get the ball inside their 50. They've been able to keep it. Sunbury's gone inside 50 there, and it's bounced out like it's on a trampoline.
Well, an uncontested chip over the top from brother to brother, back to the brother. So the Kites are doing as they like inside 50. Braden has 2 goals. Geordie also with 2 and a chance to add.
I reckon both teams' pressure was really good in the first quarter, and you can sort of see if it drops off slightly, the way either side can cut each other up. It's Melton at the moment.
Well, that's gone straight through the middle. So Geordie Kite gets his 3rd. The Bloods, they get their 6th. And some dangerous separation early here. 6-4-40. Got Geordie Kite over the top. Oh, they can ruffle it here, the Bloods. Weighs out the options and said, trailed by keep me on the 36 Christmas points. Card list, brother. This is yours. 3.5 minutes gone opening term.
Next goal's crucial, really, for some reason. It's really important they hit the scoreboard here.
So,
Werner, Guthrie and Power in for Sunbury.
Tap, one by Coles. Chance here for Jack Walker. Bailed up there by Guthrie. There'll be a ball up. So, it's interesting, Sunbury opting just with Polsky as a permanent forward today this afternoon. It's been Coles and Eels sharing ruck duties. Here goes Hickey out of the congestion with a right foot kick towards half forward. Bouncing ball will found the safety of the boundary line, and the Bloods will get a stoppage on half forward out of sight. Because Polsky's been one of the better performed Sunbury players this year. I mean, best 5 of 10. Only Tentinello and Cameron have got a 50% appearance rate in the best. And he's playing forward pocket.
maybe they'll gang up on him for a half and bring him in after half time and let him jump all over McIntyre.
Interesting.
But the one thing they have missed is Scanlon was really good from at centre half forward early in the year as a connecting piece, and without that big down there after he did his ACL, it's probably left him one short, so might have a bit to do with Ampers forward.
McIntyre won the tap. Guthrie, the only real chance for the Lions. He had it, ball knocked away from him to another scrimmage. There'll be a ball up right on the chalk of the 50-metre line, favouring the Bloods. He kicked to the right of screen into the breeze in this second term. 5 minutes gone. Yep, that's right. In this second term, the scoreboard is correct. Melton 40, Sunbury 4. Now there's some kick out of the congestion. Farrugia again, who's been good, made the most of his opportunities, and he went lateral.
It's his fourth mark and his third intercept, Dotty.
His short kick from Manito was good. To Jack Walker. Oh, speaking of another intercept mark, but he was on the end of his own. I speak of Farrugia, who just coughed it up in the end with a poor kick, really. I think he was surprised rather than anything else. Here's another turnover opportunity. It fell into the hand of Ericsson, tipped it over the top to the outstretched hands of Ryan Carter. He couldn't gather. Sullivan wants to get onto his left, kick across the body, all on his own on the goal line, if you don't mind. It's another Carter and another goal.
So Liam Carter's been inside 50 by himself the last 2 times they've gone in, completely uncontested. I think it might still be Newitt, and that's probably the role that Newitt plays, but Newitt's obviously giving him a fair bit of rope trying to intercept. But it's once he starts hitting the scoreboard and finding himself
to get onto his left, kick across the
50,
body,
time to nip
all
that
on his own on the goal line, if you don't mind. Gets his first of the afternoon. Ryan Carter has one himself. Braden Kite 2, Geordie Kite 3. So it's the Kites and the Carters. It's made up the 7-goal scoreline for the Bloods. Tap one by Coles. Ground level ball. Not gathered there by Land on the half volley. And then there'll be a ball up, attacking side of the middle of the ground for Sunbury, who trailed by 42 points. So Coles, who's muscled hard in the ruck, I'll give him that as Hickey, dribbling ball to half forward. Read well off the boot there by Muir, didn't break stride. The gather was clean and set the ball into attack. Kick was poor in the end, meant for McLean, cut off by Manito, who can go short. Pressure was good from Bramble. Held it set for him. Somehow kept his feet, did well. Loose hand pass though. Turnover opportunity for the Bloods through Manito. Gather was good from Borg. The racehorse is away, but it's going to come back. Free kick to Sunbury. And it'll be Newitt. He's got his hands full in defence this afternoon, but he's toiling manfully behind the ball. So Newitt, inside 50.
Kicked it straight back to him.
Found Mawson. So they'll just try and hang on to the ball with their uncontested chipping around here, the Bloods, especially into the breeze, as the kick from Watkins found Jack Walker.
That's where they've been so good, Todd. They've just marched out. They've found players on the outside.
Right foot kick meant for Sullivan. It was cut off there by Brennan. Doran will be a bit disappointed with that, but they might get another chance here, the Bloods, through Manito. Kick under pressure. Hickey went to ground, so he's out of the contest. Urban's gather to Boyd, evasive. Tackle pressure was good from Sullivan. Eels was bowled up by Sullivan, so good repeat efforts there from the Melton left footer. And there'll be a ball up, attacking side of centre wing broadcast side for the Bloods. For Sunbury, in fact, who kicked with the breeze, left of screen in this second term. Eels cleverly grabbed it out of the ruck, bereft of options, just territory gained by hand to Brennan. He was tackled. Got a hand pass away. Hickey needs to be quick, and he wasn't. Caught there by Lant, did well. Pressure player, Lant, you like him, Trav?
He is, yeah. He brings a lot of heat.
And leg speed.
Yeah, he's quick.
And off he goes on his bike. Sutton, the target. They'll get some support here, the Bloods. Mawson couldn't take the mark. Sutton held without it. Every day of the week, you'll go back and have a shot on goal here.
There's probably no need for that, was there?
No.
Because it was 3v1.
That's right.
They were away.
Bit of perceived pressure there for the Bloods trio in defence. They might have been blinded by where Sutton and the ball was. And sometimes you can hang on to a bloke for longer than you need.
Fair to say they need it, mate, after 40 minutes of footy without a goal.
Yeah, indeed. So, chance for Sunbury to reach double figures and narrow the margin back to 36. and he doesn't let his teammates down. Sutton, he gets his first of the afternoon. Of course, an earlier shot went out of bounds on the full. Sunbury get their opener to their leading goal scorer in 2024. They're 1-4-10. Sunbury, they trail Melton 7-4-46. And he's an important cog forward. Sutton, his pressure around the ball. I mean, he just plays above his size and his mobility's terrific. Of course, last year, 37 goals, but just 11 games. So,
yeah, he's spent some of Essendon. He's a good player. Just don't really have that big option like the Carters down there, but he plays a great role for his size, Jake.
Eels unlucky not to get a free kick there on the back of the McIntyre pressure. There'll be a ball up. Melton 46, Sunbury 10. Eels grab that out of the ruck through ball on boot, got it towards half forward. Opportunity presents and taken by Guthrie.
McIntyre was in a wrestle, so he's got to go up by himself in a wrestle off the ball.
So Guthrie, who's a good kick at the ball, but this will test him. Starting to get out of range here in the 55-metre.
He ain't kicking that unless the wind picks up on his way in.
Yeah. Did see him kick one from right on 50 at City Oval. He gets plenty on this kick. Won't quite get the journey. The fly with Ampolsky. The big fella, McIntyre, getting back. Maxi Gorn-like.
Oop, he's got him.
And the kick was Maxi Gorn-like. Just found the target. The outstretched hands of Lockie Walker, who went to outer side. Knew it, wanted the grab, and was paid in the end by the umpire.
Had enough of that.
Geez, that work up the ground, aerial presence the Carters provide, that's really tough to deny when you're just trying to hold out the blood. So the Newitt kick found Sutton on the lead. So back-to-back shots on goal for Sutton. And he needs to convert and make the most of his opportunities.
And that's probably the big difference between the two sides. Like, stoppage-wise, the numbers are pretty similar. I think Melton's contest method's been better the way they've exited. But I think if Sunbury can't transition the ball 1v none, they haven't got the monsters forward of the ball to kick it to. Melton can get you both ways. You know, they can play through you, or they can just dump the ball long to the Carters and get that contest that they get. So, pretty hard to stop.
So it'll be Sutton from 40, kicks on its way. He'll get the journey, but the accuracy's let him down. That's his second out of bounds on the full for the afternoon. Sunbury 10, trail Melton 46, 12 minutes gone. 2 goals to the Bloods into the breeze in this term. Well, now it was 3, in fact.
It just dominated field position. Where Sunbury really start to look good is if they can get some ball inside 50, you can get your Tyson Levers and that up in the front half of the ground, up near the centre of the ground. They're just on their back foot defending.
Now they've got to negotiate by foot out of defence into the breeze, and they combine the Bloods. And Walker's kick was good towards Phillips, who just put it out in front of Kite. Got a favourable bounce, little push on Stevens, bit of experience there. Ericsson dropped what he should have hung on to. Somehow got back to Geordie Kite, square he kicked to the hot spot. Braden Kite, chuckling attempt, could hang on to it. Just needs to sit for Borg. He's got Suda, found him. Pressure not bad there from the Lions. Second chance for Borg. Left foot shot on goal off to the left, through for a minor score.
Oh, too slow to get back and defend in transition there. Melton had 3 again, 3v2 out of the ball. Great call, the experience on Geordie Kite. It's just, Stevens is a good young kid, but just experienced enough just to put the body contact on at exactly the right time and nudge him off the footy.
Yeah, without giving away a free.
Yeah, just clever. Probably underrated, isn't he, Geordie Kite?
So it'll be Lever. He'll make the most of the breeze. Kick right into the middle of the ground. Mark's been taken there by Brennan, but the umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against the Lions. It's going to go to McIntyre. Wasted no time. Walker, speaking of Jack, ran out of trouble, or ran out of space and had to give it back to McIntyre. His shallow entry was cut off there by Lever. He's the number 1 intercept mark in the comp. Kick went over the head of Scoble. Lucky for Sunbury and fell into the hands of Werner, who was the beneficiary. He went to go back inside, but now will go short to right.
I'm right, thank you.
They'll switch play. So Doyle found Newitt. There's some accumulation behind the footy this afternoon for the Lions. So Boyd's kick was trusty and found Doyle, who's a noted accumulator for the Lions. Just a little bit below par this afternoon. His short kick found Muir. Dribbling ball to Boyd. Lazy kick from right. Gee, they've let themselves down by a foot in there. Going inside 50, Sunbury. Urban's tackled, taken to the ground, and the umpire says, I'll have it, there'll be a ball up.
You'd love to be able to draw a picture for the people watching. Listen, the Bloods just defended the ground so well there. Like, Boyd's tried to go fast off half-back. He's got it to Doyle, and then the slows are on him. You know, there's just no way through. They defend so well.
Russell out of the congestion. Hurried kick was read well off the boot by Riley, who positioned himself well. So it'll be Riley with ball in hand. And he'll go lateral to half-back. Now, they need to make this kick count. So it's Stevens. Unsure of option. And then committed the sin. Kicked it into the man on the mark. Geordie Kite, turnover opportunity. Ericsson had a couple to beat. Got a favourable bounce in the end.
Yep.
Now they're in trouble, the Sunbury defence. Hurried hand pass got to Boyd. Was hopeful rather than anything else with the clearing kick. How will it sit for McLean? Well, it did in the end. Nearly in the back there for the Bloods by Walker. Scoble took the advantage and went short and found Geordie Kite. We'll go back and have a shot on goal for number 4.
It's a kite picnic.
Not dissimilar to Lee's material on the eye from a distance, Geordie Kite. Similar type players.
Yeah, both dangerous around the sticks.
And it'll be Geordie Kite with a shot here, 40 metres out. For goal number 4 and goal number 8 for the Bloods.
He kicks this, doesn't he?
Well,
He
he's
does.
trusted the breeze and it's come back beautifully. Like a scratch golfer. Geordie Kite's got 4 here at Mackie Park. Let's go around the grounds with some scores in other games in the BFNL. Back a smash 30 lead, Lakewinder Reed 28. No score yet out of Redan and Ballarat. Will get you one at half time. Darley 16. Trail North Ballarat 23. And Sebastopol 21. Trail East Point 33. Must be a breeze at Darley Park.
Maybe.
The last 2.
Closing the gap.
Well, the gap's widening here at McPherson Park. Geordie Kite's got 4. Braden Kite 2. And the Carter boys make up the other 2. They have the Bloods on 8-5. They lead Sunbury 1-4. Sutton, the sole goal scorer for the Lions. 2 out of bounds on the full. 17 minutes gone, second term here. BFNL match of the round, 1v3. Sunbury doing their best to avoid a third loss in 4 games. Kick across the body from Suda. Dribbling ball to half forward. Has the gather from Kite. The tackle was just as good from Muir. Quick hands. Over the top there from Walker. Got it to Liam Carter. He coughed it up to Muir, who went wide, and the kick was effective and found Doyle, who gave it over to Bramble. Pursuit there was Scoble. Some good corralling. Well done, Scoble, to open the door. Opportunity here for Suda, who got it to Hickey. Right foot kick inside 50. Oh, if you don't mind.
Doyle had the advantage on the wing there. It's just, again, body contact at the right time. They just knocked him off the footy, picked it up, and away they went.
Yeah, well, there's no denying a breeze does suit a kite. And Geordie Kite will go back and have a shot on goal here for number 5. And we're barely in time on second term. So it'll be Geordie Kite for goal number 5. Tricky breeze, kicks on its way.
Poster.
Hit the post. So a let off for Sunbury. Lever will take the kick-in duties. They've missed Hannett behind the ball with that distribution. And Polsky pushed up the ground. The weight of the ball went through his hands. Phillips turnover. Set the ball back into attack. Chance for Guthrie. He can steady the ship. Does a lot of those 15, 20-metre kicks, Guthrie. This one was good to McLean. He was a mile away from home. Bloods have got numbers. Mawson got a push. Umpire denied. And there'll be a ball up.
They just don't look like getting through. And the only time they look like defending is when the ball comes in long and high and Lever can get to it. Lever kills it or catches it. Apart from that, their defence is struggling to hold up.
And Polsky with the tap. Oh, Jack Walker was terrific. Ushered the ball towards half forward. Loose ball opportunity. Commitment on the footy was good there from Morris. There'll be a ball up on half forward broadcast side for the Bloods. So it'll be Stewart and Ampolsky. Call that even. Stewart, second attempt, knocked the ball forward. Only as far as Guthrie, who went by hand to Stevens. His agility was good there to go one way and then another. To the fat side of Bramble, who gathered, lowered the eyes to half back. Doyle ran away beyond centre wing. 50-50 ball. Watkins pushed out of it there by Sutton. They combine by hand here, the Lions. Chance for power. Had to be quick, and he was on that left boot. Spoil was good from Mawson. Watkins ran onto it, but pinged.
High tackle. Is that McLean?
Hot footy. And McLean will go back and have a shot on goal. A noted forward 50 tackler. Right up there in numbers v the rest of the comp.
Yeah, he's strong. That's probably, again, when the ball's in Bramble's hands, the leg speed on the outer side, bit of overlap, that looks more like Sunbury, and they get their opportunity now. They missed Hannett off half back. He gives that same sort of drive that Bramble gives him in a wing. Missed the overlap running of Lewis.
So McLean's.
Lewis played in the twos today, and it's just the overlap in the twos. He's half back, then he's wing, and then he's half forward. Just those chains he provides.
Off to the left, McLean. Through for a minor score. So they're not doing themselves any favours with their minority of scoring opportunities. So it'll be Carter, who went short to Jack Walker.
Set the ground
up. Played on and
beautifully.
went by hand to Watkins in the middle of the ground. Good spoil there from Morris. Got a fist on the footy. But they got numbers here, the Bloods, through Borg, who ran to space, took a bounce and then went back through traffic. Kick smothered there by Urban. Minito had one hand at the footy. Werner was strong. It was bailed up at the end. Umpire will square it away for a stoppage. Broadcast centre wing.
Big Ben Eales got himself back behind the ball, and that's what Borg saw when he looked up. That's why he had to stop and go back inside rather than down the line.
Ball up to no real advantage, and Polsky forced to apply the tackle on Suter to deny an exit, and then be a repeat stoppage. 42-point lead to Melton, 13 scoring shots to 6. Equates to a 7-goal lead. Chance for Sullivan through traffic. Evasive skills were good on his non-preferred. He went with the right boot to a 2-on-1. Numbers prevail. That should be 50, but no.
It's the only place they can't afford to kick it, to Lever.
So Lever goes short to Doyle. He can give it back to Lever, but that would have been dangerous. So he just lowered the eyes and found Guthrie. No real meters gained, though, with their ball in hand here, Sunbury. Kick to centre wing. McLean bottom of the push from Walker denied. Chance here for Newitt. Gave it to Bramble. Ran to 52. Searching hand pass. Only as far as the Bloods defence. He'll turn it over. Kick meant for Farrugia. Off hands over the line. Boundary throw in. Half forward outer side for Sunbury. This looks like hard work for the Lions, doesn't it?
It does. Brambles look really lively on his wing, but there hasn't been much ball in his hands.
Time on second term. A boundary throw in. Tap one by Ampolsky, sharp by Jack Walker, who's had plenty of it. Kick to outer centre wing. Knocked away from Leon Carter by Riley. It's a win for Sunbury. There'll be a boundary throw in on true centre wing outer side. Ballarat 38, lead Redan 22. Good to see them consolidating after that big win over Sunbury. Tap one by Ampolsky. To the run of Guthrie, knocked into the advantage of Power. It was evasive, and then his kick was smothered there by Riley Walker. Second effort, terrific from ground level. Finds Hickey by hand. And the kick was okay, and found Liam Carter. Stubbed the kick. Hickey was there. Turned inside out. Clever. Got it to Ericsson. Half forward. Kick out wide, meant for Ryan Carter. Missed the target. And went out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in 60 metres around from the Bloods' goal. 53 plays 11. Time on second quarter here at McPherson's Park. 20-year anniversary of the flag for the Bloods. Tap one by McIntyre to Guthrie, who ran away and wanted the overlap and got it through Power, who took a bounce, bereft of option, not sure which way to go, so just sent it towards Sutton to a 2-on-1.
And look at the way they create the exits with their legs.
Poor entry, but just so accountable as Watkins found Minito, a noted kicker, Right foot kick was good and found Liam Carter, who was on the other side of the ground just moments ago.
As soon as the ball left Power's boot, they were off to the outer wing.
And the kick found Ryan Carter, who presented. They cover the K's, the Carter boys. Kick went into the man of the mark, a speak of Eels. Off hands, over the line, boundary throwing. Chance for all and sundry to take a breather.
Yeah, just so good. As soon as Power went in, they set up the other open side of the ground, and Sunbury just weren't quick enough to cover it off, to close the exits.
53 Melton leads Sunbury 11. 24 and a half minutes gone. Sunbury kicking with the breeze. And Polsky just pushed off the ball by McIntyre. Got it to Jack Walker. To Suda. Bit high. Umpire called play on. Chance for Guthrie. Let off for Sunbury. McLean the target. Riley Walker. Impenetrable this afternoon. Been very good.
Not easy to do that to McLean.
And found Ferrugia. He's had in excess of a handful of marks already today. Kick towards Scoble and Bramble. The boundary line will win. Off the fist of Bramble. Those two have had an encouraging duel on the outer side.
Bramble had to get
two
a fist
up
on
and
that.
Comers.
Well, that was going inside 50 if he didn't.
Couldn't be long left in this second term here. McIntyre didn't know whether to tap it or grab it, so he did neither, and then just tackled Werner to effect a stoppage. So 42-point lead to the Bloods. Tap one by Polsky through traffic. Scoble dropped it, pinged by the umpire, and they're away here. Right foot kick there from Laird, terrific in the Brennan direction, and it knocked away from him by Phillips. Walker did the sharking and found Jack Walker, and the kick was good and found Scoble on half back for the Bloods. Gee, that was good footy from the Bloods defence.
Closed really well, Phillips.
So the right foot kick from half back to half forward. Ground ball opportunity here. Tentinello is bailed up. And there'll be a ball up on half forward out of sight of the ground for the Bloods. We lead by 42. Tap one by Polsky to Guthrie, who's starting to get his fair share of the ball between the arcs. Power outnumbered. Ball to beneficiary. Got it to Walker. Who got it to Scoble. Only so many handballs you can have in a phone box. Boundary line beat them all. The call wasn't for anyone. There'll be a throw in. Out of side, true centre wing. 8-5. Plays 1-5. Boundary throw in. Grabbed out of the ruck by McIntyre. He dropped it. Lucky to get away with it. Chance here for Doyle. He's gang tackled. Taken to the ground. And there'll be a stoppage. Attacking side of centre wing out of side of the ground. Ball up. McIntyre wanted the push, denied. Werner went to kick and then said, no, I'll go by hand, and sort of hand passed it in the middle of Muir and Bramble. Erickson's exit kick is, well, cancelled out by the siren. The halftime siren here at McPherson's Park. It's Melton 8-5-53, who leads Sunbury 1-5-11, a 42-point lead, and that's about right on the what we've seen here this afternoon at the halfway mark trap.
Yeah, it's definitely been the better side at this point. And like I said, they've just looked better in transition. They've looked better at stoppage. They've been able to keep the ball inside their forward 50 for long periods when it's gone in and get repeat stoppages and repeat entries. Sunbury, on the other hand, when they've gone inside 50, it's been hard work. Melton's defended the ground really well. The few times Sunbury's looked like Sunbury and actually got on the fly and gone quick in transition, the ball's bounced back out like it's hitting a trampoline, and they haven't been able to get it in there. At quarter time it was five forward tackles in Melton's forward 50 to 1 in Sunbury's, and I'd say that step's widened further, in the second quarter. So they got a lot of work to do. Probably, I don't know, where the answers are for them. Really, they've got to find a way to get through the middle of the ground. But I think, they can't throw Miller, Lewis, those sort of guys with that leg speed and running power through there because they're not playing. So
Melton kicking the ball better than Sunbury and getting bang for buck and the experience around goal. They train here a couple of nights a week and play here every second week. And, they've made the tricky breeze look like there's no breeze at all. And I speak of Geordie Kite with 4 goals, Braden Kite with 2 and 1 each to the Carter brothers. So the four-pronged noted forwards that the Bloods haven't let them down on the scoreboard. Sutton has the sole goal for Sunbury, but he's had a few opportunities. He's kicked a couple out of bounds on the full. McLean missed one late in the last quarter, so they're having their own struggles in front of goal, and they were just shy in that opening term. Not fully aware of just how strong that breeze was. And so Melton, the ladder leaders have a deserved 42-point separation on the scoreboard. They kicked 4 goals in the opening term and matched that with 4 goals into the breeze in the second. They're 8-5-53. They lead Sunbury 1-5-11. We'll just take a quick look at scores from around the grounds in round 12 Ballarat Football League action before a break. Bacchus-Marsh 32, Lake Windaree 42. Darley 29, North Ballarat 23. Sebastopol 28, East Point 42. And I think all your tips are on the mark there, but I think you did tip the Cobras at home there, Trav.
Still a chance, Dotty.
Ballarat have just said, see you later to Redan. They're 9-4-58, the Swans. Redan 3-5-23.
Well, they were very good against Sunbury 2 weeks ago before the in-league bye, so they're up and about at the moment, Ballarat.
Yeah, just I almost nearly owe Chris Maple an apology. I've tipped Redan. It's it's just they've only beaten the bottom 4 sides, Redan, but I just thought with a 4th game in with those players forward, speaking of Lockie Bond, Lockie McLean, Marty Boyer, and Grant Bell, I thought 4 games in, playing together at City Oval might be enough. But credit to Ballarat. I'm looking forward to reading more detail about that in the post-match. But still plenty more to play out. Half-time here in the BFNL's match of the round by the Red Onion Vision. It's Melton 8-5-53. He leads Sunbury 1-5-11. A break and back with the third quarter action in about 10 minutes.
Despicable Me 4 has landed at Macca's. Try our banana desserts range for despicable grown-ups and a Happy Meal for your little minions. Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas.
It's the Ballarat Football Netball League top 5 for round 11. Kicking us off at number 1, it's Lewis Gilbert here from Lake Wendouree. Watch him here at the foot of the pack. He finally gets it, just throws it in the air almost and goes over his head. An unbelievable goal. Number 2, it's Matt Johnson here from East Point. Ball comes out of the middle. He's from about 60, he unloads. Lucky there's no one in the square and the ball just goes all the way home. Number 3, it's Cody Gates from Bacchus-Marsh. Good set of quick handballs here from the boys from the Marsh. But all of a sudden, Cody says, boys, quick the handball. I'm going to put it home around the body, and a great goal. Number 4, Braden Kite here from Melton. He just reads the play really well, running past at the right time, threading the needle with a brilliant goal. Number 5 is Zach Maple here from Ballarat. This one is just class. It's a great pass coming in. He's on 50, right against the boundary line. Drop punt, just sails it through and threads the needle. What a great goal.
Despicable Me 4 has landed at Macca's. Try our banana desserts range for despicable grown-ups and a Happy Meal for your little minions. Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas.
Got it to Walker. High up and under kick. Ground ball opportunity here for Braden Kite, who fired the hand pass out. Over towards Russell, tumbling kick, bouncing ball. Did anyone touch it? Short said he did. Does the goal umpire agree? Well, the central umpire's going to come over here and he'll either suggest it was touched and take the word of short, but denied out on the ground. The ball up. Chance for Suter. He got it over to Kite on the left boot. And he snuck it through. The kick out of the congestion, squaring one at that, kept the door open for the Bloods. How will it sit for Sullivan? Will he finally gather, find the hand pass? Out towards Walker, kick across the body. And the Bloods have got 3 here in City Oval. The kick went towards Boyer and found him on half forward. Beautiful left foot kick. Deep into attack, George. Use of the body, couldn't gather. Soccer off the ground. It might have been a goal there to the youngster in Clark, a debut. Hickey got it to half forward. Kick across the body from Carter. Went forward towards Kite. Look out, Scoble's at the back here if he can get it to sit up for him. But too clever, Kite. Geordie on that occasion. Brixton gathered. Tumbled the ball onto the boot, went forward, and Carter presented. Is it good when they get in front, the Carter boys? So Ryan Carter waste no time, gets the ball onto the boot to an open goal square. Did enough. And Ryan's though going back to George through traffic. The kick was good again. I've failed up. The restart, McIntyre again. Quick hands to Lachlan Walker, who's about to send the Bloods back into attack. The siren sounds to end play here.
Despicable Me 4 has landed at Macca's. Try our banana desserts range for despicable grown-ups and a Happy Meal for your little minions. Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas.
Played away for this second half at McPherson's Park. The Bloods have got the breeze in this third term and they lead by 42 points. But the first clearance will go to the Lions through Lant. Kick's been cut off by Riley Walker, who's had an excellent afternoon. He hasn't been on his own. The whole defence really structure up well for the Bloods. Kick smothered there by Sutton, could have hurt his hand. Sharking there was Jack Walker. His kick was intercepted there by Urban. Chance here for Rampolsky. Well, he's just found Perugia. Laces out.
He's laced him up. Wrong jumper, phrase.
Just kicked it to a fellow long sleeve wearing bloke.
Yeah, he puts himself in good spots, Perugia. So.
Well, he got himself into an awkward spot there. Be disappointed with that. He's first to acknowledge that. So
good press up by Werner there to get the footy back.
Yep, an encouraging opening minute here. Intensity up from the Lions. Boundary throw in. And Polsky, like you said, into the ruck. Good call there, Trav. We wonder when that was going to happen. Lant ran to 50, lowered the eyes, went forward. Brennan's got it on the lead. We just saw the writing on the wall in that opening minute and what's transpired thereafter.
Yep.
Is a lead-up opportunity from Brennan with a shot on goal to come.
Yeah, and Polsky probably gets the luxury of the fact that, Eels and the other big fellow probably ground him down a little bit, McIntyre, so Fraser gets to go in and jump a little bit. Important kick this, isn't it? For their second in,
Indeed, and he's a trusty shot on goal.
Yeah, good, Todd.
There you go.
Good, Todd.
Unbelievable.
It's always the way. He should be kicking them leads. A beautiful kick. But yeah, it's an interesting quarter for Sunbury because they've had a good start to the season. They wouldn't have found themselves in this situation under Matty White. So really, really important to see them respond really well here and have a good third quarter.
So the Bloods went direct with their exit to the defensive 50, and there'll be a stoppage. So it'll be Ampolsky and McIntyre. Ampolsky tap was good. Found Guthrie. Quick hands to Land under pressure. Needs to be quick. Rode the tackle. Used up his time. Newer, left foot kick out the Newitt direction, who's gone forward. It's been cut off there by Perugia. Might be robbing Peter to pay Paul there with Newitt back in the absence, or going forward, especially in the absence of Hannett. But Matty White's going to roll the dice.
Yeah, they've put Big Ben Eels back onto Ryan Carter, and Sean Riley shifted across to Liam Carter, which has obviously allowed him to move Newitt.
Chance for Hickey, defensive 50, gathered. Set the ball towards outer centre wing. Chance for Braden Kite, gathered. Now he can kick to the advantage of Borg. And he'll find him. That'll nearly be 50 there as he just got a nudge for his trouble. So Braden Kite, opportunity to go back and have a shot on goal for number 3. And again, the first entry, inside 50 for the Bloods, shot on goal.
Yeah, after Sunbury have had 3, maybe,
Yeah.
2 or 3. And that was the thing, looking at the numbers at half-time. The inside 50s are actually really even, but it's one team's ability to score from them and the other's inability that's been the big difference.
Yeah, well, it was mentioned in the preview heading in. Could Sunbury get bang for buck for time spent in their front half? And that's the short answer is no. But the short answer is a goal from Borg to kickstart the scoring in the second half. That'll hurt the Lions because they were pretty good for the opening 2.5 minutes of that term.
Yeah, the Brennan miss stings, doesn't it?
Yeah, indeed. 1-6 Sunbury, trail Melton 9-5-59, and Borg gets his first. And the margin out to 47. And they just don't take the foot off the throat either, the Bloods. They'll just keep grinding. And Sunbury, who once had that superior percentage, is now in danger of becoming inferior to that of Darley's and North Ballarat, who are waiting in the wings in 4th and 5th and fighting out a close one at Darley Park. Lance kick was smothered. Good pressure from Menito. Went by hand to Hickey. Right foot kick across the body to a vacant half forward line. Borg took it on his own. Sidestep was okay. Went on his non-preferred. Had the aid of the breeze. Won't get the journey off hands.
Should have used Braden Kite there. Braden Kite was out and letting Borg know that he should have used him as well still. So, yeah, one that got away there, Borgie missed him.
So it'll be Lever to bring the ball back into attack. To weigh up the options. They trail by 48 points, so he goes long, beyond half-back, and it's going to end up in Borg's hand again. Had 3 or 4 disposals in Melton's front half already in this third term, including a goal, and he gets back onto that left foot, goes wide into the pocket. Poor kick, really. Kick to a 2-on-1. Scoble, the target. Found out Polsky in the end with the turnover. Now his kick has opened the door here for Hickey. Jack Walker, in fact, to apply the tackle. He's been pinged by the umpire. So Doyle was a bit despondent with that decision. Just as the Lions were going to extricate out of defence, that squaring kick from Polsky's put Doyle under the pump, and the tackle from Jack Walker's resulted in a shot on goal. 5.5 minutes gone, third term here. BFNL match of the round. It's Melton in lead by 48, and a shot on goal from Walker. He'll kick from 50. Got plenty on the kick, won't get the distance. Spoil was good there from right. Well, it was Eels, in fact, before it's rushed through for a minor score. Melton 7th behind of the afternoon. They're 61. They lead Sunbury 12. Now, can they make this work? Well, they couldn't because Power's kick was smothered. Opened the door for Borg again. Conceded by hand. Back to Walker, inside 50. Kick cut off there by Muir. So Muir with ball in hand. Risky kick to the defensive 50. McIntyre's bailed up there by Lant. Yep, so
not silly,
it's
the
a
big
combination of decision-making and execution that's letting Sunbury down at the moment.
Yeah, it's both, and McIntyre was happy to hang on to it knowing how good they've been at these forward 50 stoppages.
They kick with the aid of the breeze in this term, Melton. Ground ball opportunity for Suter, who was bailed up there by Guthrie. And there will be a repeat stoppage. So at half-time, Melton 8-5, led Sunbury 1-5. And that 7-goal margin's been extended to 49.
High pressure's really good.
Urban's gather was terrific. Somehow they managed to get an exit hand pass to Muir. Now, this is the dangerous kick. Werner was hard at the footy. It's going to go against Suter. Attack on the footy from both sides was fair and hard at it. Just Werner just left himself a bit open there.
I think he'd be badly winded at very least. Poor Tom there. He's got the solid hit.
Yeah.
Got him flush. Never takes his eyes off the footy, Tom Werner, so he was opened up there, and credit to him, he fixed his eyes on it and stuck at it.
We might get you to have a look at scores around the other venues.
Will do.
Round 12 action. So it'll be Werner who'll take the resultant free kick. And he'll go short and take a breather. So he went back to Power, the kick in the middle. Made it difficult for Riley, but he was up to the task and he went short to Doyle. So he's too far out to score, despite the breeze seemingly dropping. So he lowered the eyes and found Lant. Couldn't hang on to it. Just above the ankles. Task was made more difficult.
Had to go short because Melton have just got that long kick covered.
Yep.
They're not going to execute that one, so they've got to find those shorts and lower their eyes like Doyle did there. Just needed another foot on it, didn't it?
Melton lead by 49, and Polsky with the fly. And the gather was dispossessed. Land had it knocked away from him. Swing and a miss there from Jack Walker. And now second effort, he will be pinged. The free kick's going to go Sunbury's way. It's going to go to Doyle. So a bit of feeling creeping in, bit of frustration, bit of contact.
Again, there's the numbers back against Doyle here. He's done well. He's found Brennan. It's got to cut back.
He did find Brennan, the umpire. I'm not sure he's blown time on yet.
I don't think the Bloods will cop that twice, will they?
As the umpire, did he even blow time off? Because it must have been a minute ago there as Doyle goes with the left boot into the Polsky direction. A couple of beats somehow end up in the hands of Brennan. Quick hands to Lant. Ran out of room. Back to Brennan. Kick across the body to the top of the goal square. Melton have got numbers. Perugia told to play on by the umpire. Searching hand pass under pressure.
15,
found the boundary line in the end.
15 Melton players inside Sunbury's forward 50 makes it tough to score.
Yet not one player left of centre. Near 10 minutes gone in this third term. Boundary throw in. McIntyre with front spot. Won that tap. Got it to Watkins to half back. Borg stood up. Was wanting a hold. Denied. Umpire called play on. Swarm of players around the footy. And there'll be a ball up on half forward for Sunbury. 10 minutes into this third term. Goal apiece. Well, a goal to Melton's all we have to represent the opening 10 minutes. And they lead by 49. Tap one by Coles, who's gone back into the ruck. Walker might have caught one high. Umpire let it go. There'll be a ball up near centre half forward for Sunbury.
Still on those around the grounds, Toddy.
Yeah. You'll have to go up to the round 12. Ball up. Ground level ball. Chance here for Power. Quick hands. Got it to Guthrie. Hurried kick will favour Newitt. Reward for playing in front. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here. Mawson just a little bit disappointed he got caught out there.
Lake Wendouree leading back a smash 48-33. Darley have hit the front against North 30-23. Sebastopol and East closer than some might have thought. 48 East Point and 34 Sebas. And obviously pretty one-sided here. I haven't got Redan and Ballarat.
Well, they're a bit behind the 8 ball there. They haven't even got Sunbury with a goal yet. But they're shooting for goal number 2 through Newitt. It'll take a good kick from 40. Kicks on its way, keeps it low. Will he get the journey? No, he won't. McIntyre on the last line will take a near uncontested mark at the end, and not for the first time that the Bloods rebounded in their own goal square.
Brennan had 4 to beat, and the others did the work off the ball well to let McIntyre catch it uncontested.
So the kick got beyond the defensive 50, but it was cut off there by Urban, who has Muir short. Still got him there, but he'll go in the Sutton direction. He's got a couple to beat. It was to meet the sandwich. Through hands, over the line for a boundary throw-in. Sunbury in attack here, 20 minutes around from their goal.
Up and defending really high, Melton, knowing they've got the leg speed of Borg and the Kites and that to get on the fly when they win the ball back.
Sunbury in attack. Can they make this count? Brennan wanted the nudge, denied. McIntyre grabbed it out of the ruck. Hand pass meant for Mawson, didn't find him. Ended up back into his hands. Gee, that was a hurried kick, or lucky one at that fell into the hands of Sullivan, who got it to half back. Cole's the big man, over the footy. Well, that was a hard contest. Might have even been like a knee to the ribs of Hickey. He's got every reason to be a little bit gingy getting up. He'll take the free kick.
Did look that way, didn't it?
You got Ericsson taking on Coles. That's a bit like Coles taking on IGA. There's a kick towards broadcast centre wing. Favours Russell out the back. Ran to 60.
Oh, well done.
Sent it into attack. Excellent positioning by Braden Kite. He's taking a nice overhead mark. He'll go back and have a shot on goal.
Urban's courage was terrific there to go back with the flight, get a fist up, but unfortunately he couldn't get the ball forward. It slipped out the back, and the rest is history. Kite kicks this.
So Braden Kite for goal number 3. And the Bloods 10th to extend a 49-point lead in FNL's match of the round. Kicks on its way. Makes no mistake, Braden Kite. And he makes Sunbury pay. 10-7-67 the Bloods. They lead Sunbury 1-6-12. Near 14 minutes gone, third term. Taking on IGA. There's a kick towards broadcast centre wing. Favours Russell out the back. Goal number 60.
Oh, well done.
Sent it into attack. Excellent positioning. We're out to a 55-point lead. Game high. That'll be Coles at the restart. And Stewart. Stewart with the leap. Won the tap. Follow-up work was good. Met solidly by Sutton. And a delayed decision from the umpire after Sutton
Melton not happy.
Stewart.
Oh, they pay the advantage.
With the body contact.
I have.
And Russell kicks across the bodies, kicked a goal. Talk about an advantage. Everybody had eyes on what was happening in the midfield and what had transpired, but the Sutton late hit on Stewart. And Russell said, well, this is my turn.
There's a little bit of heat in this at the moment.
That's about all that's going on in this third quarter, though, Trav. The Sting certainly, when I say the Sting, just the quality of play.
Yeah, Sunbury's in danger of getting blown to the tune of 100 odd here, aren't they? If they can't pull this back. They've had 10 good minutes and they've got nothing to show for it in the last 4. Melton's own, and they've scored twice quickly.
Coles went up, won that tap. Gramble opportunity here for Hickey. Kick across the body to half forward. Borg somehow kept it in front of him. Not many would have been able to make up the ground. Corralling was good from Muir to see him over the line for a boundary throw-in on half forward out of side of the ground. Gee, it's a long afternoon chasing Borg around, isn't it?
I was going to say, Muir started on Brayton Kite, now he's got Borg.
Oh.
He's earning his money today, Muir.
What do you want for Christmas? Not that. Boundary throw-in. Ground ball, chance here for Suter. And caught one high. He'll take the resultant free kick. So, 3 goals, 2 to Melton in this term. Just the one behind for Sunbury. Sutton, their sole goal kicker.
Lever set behind the ball for this one.
So Suter, Urban sets himself, was spoiled there by Lever in the end. It just hasn't been the Lions' day. Hickey kick across the body. It's been well read off the boot by Eels. Awkward kicking style, was okay in the end and found power. But that's all Bloods on broadcast side, so they're forced to go lateral. Made it difficult for Morris, but he was up to it. Well,
just defend the ground so well. Sunbury just looking up and seeing Bloods jumpers everywhere.
Short kick from Morris, found Doyle. The Bloods, they'll be okay with conceding boundary side. It's this kick that's the worry. So Doyle's kick meant for McLean. Doran had it knocked away from him. Chance here for Geordie Kite, who got it to Doran, back to Geordie Kite. He got it to Liam Carter. Loose kick found Lever. Didn't know his own luck there as the ball found him. And he went into the middle of the ground. Phillips was strong. Strong mark. Overhead, read it well. Wasted no time. Went with the right boot out in the ball direction. Protection was good from Carter. Wasted no time. Left foot kick to the top of the goal square. Braden Kite's taking a mark. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal from near point blank range.
The defensive zonings for the middle of the ground is just exceptional, and they sweated on that turnover. And Doyle had the option to go down a line where they're getting torched or to try and bite one off inside, which he did and turned it over. They're defending the ground really well, Melton. Sunbury can't get any speed on the ball. They're always slow.
So Braden Kite for his third. I think he stuck it in, and he has. Just one shy of his brother,
4.
Geordie.
4 to Braden.
Braden has 4 now. Right. So Jordan and Braden, 4 apiece. 12-7-79. The margin extends here at McPherson's Park. The Bloods have gone 4-4-4 on the goal front in each term. And still 10 minutes to go, at least, in this third term, to add to this 4-goal building quarter. A lead comfortably by 67 points. So the Kites have 4 apiece. The Carter boys 1 apiece. Borg and Russell the other. Tap 1 at the restart by Ampolsky. Loose ball opportunity for Urban, who got the handball received from right. Turnover again. Stewart coughed it up to Muir. Lightning hand pass was good. He got it back to right.
Nothing
Dump as he kicked and paid. So the turnover mark from Mawson will be cancelled out by that down the ground free as Newitt lowered the eyes and went wide, and the kick was good and found Doyle. He read it well off the boot. Got some protection from Brennan.
It was a really disappointing free kick to give there, because that kick there went to a 1-on-3. Melton were always going to get it back. They had one further behind the ball as well.
So Doyle repaid the faith in Brennan. And now Brennan will go back and have an opportunity. So if Brennan's struggling with his shots on goal, that breeze must be a tricky one. And it's just the experience of the Kites and the Carters that have been able to make it look easier than what it is.
Yeah.
So Brennan, we'll back him in from here, Trav. Look at that.
Snuck it in.
Straight through the middle in the end.
The hard thing for Sunbury is they've got no score today at all from system, so they're 2 goals. The first one, Sutton got a free kick, And then that one then went to a 1-on-3 and was paid as a downfield free kick. And then they found Doyle and found Brennan. So that's probably the disappointing thing. Melton scoring in a really effective fashion, and Sunbury just needing luck every time they want to hit the scoreboard.
So Brennan kicks Sunbury's first of the third term, their second for the afternoon. They're 2-6-18. They trail the Bloods 12-7-79. Near 20 minutes gone. Third term here. FNL's match of the round. There's the ball up. Tap one by Ampolsky. Good signs here for Sunbury in the last couple of minutes. Lant ready his measure to half forward. Kick meant for Brennan. Didn't get the journey. Cut off there by Newitt. His hurried kick was then intercepted there by Farrugia, whose kick went wide. Scoble couldn't keep it in. There'll be a boundary throw in 51 metres around from the Sunbury goal.
Look dangerous when they come out the front of stoppage like that, don't they? With Brennan and Sutton hitting at the ball, but it's only happened 3 or 4 times for the day. But that's how they look their best, at the front of stoppage.
Boundary throw in. Ground ball opportunity. Who wants it? Sutton said, I'll have it. Cop one high on the way up. Umpire saw that, and he'll take the resultant free kick. He's quite clever at finding the loose arm too, Sutton.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a craft of his.
Definitely.
On the way up, he tucks the head in. So an opportunity, whilst it'll take his best, for back-to-back goals here for Sunbury. So the kick will hold up into that breeze. Manito in front position. Read it well and took a nice mark. So here you go, Melton on the spread. They won't be short of opportunity or option. So he went the old torpedo Manito, which was interesting.
Didn't get it, did he?
No, territory game will be cut off there by Lever on half forward for Sunbury. A chance to send the Lions back into attack. So he goes out in the Ampolsky direction. He's got a couple to beat. Second grab, couldn't hang on to it. Did well though, the big fella. Numbers prevail here. For the boundary line, saved the day for the Lions. And there'll be a boundary throw in. So Sunbury 18, trail Melton 79, time on third term. Boundary throw in. We've got Ampolsky and McIntyre. Ampolsky won that tap. Guthrie rode the tackle and then dropped it and was rightfully pinged by the umpire. So the Bloods will get out of trouble momentarily through Hickey, who wants traffic to go to the outer side. So he gets the kick near centre wing to a 2-on-2. It'll be about a ground level ball. Suitor's bump was good on Lever, but Lever was up to it. He stood up, rode the bump well, and got the ball to McLean. He got it back to Bramble. Nearly holding the ball. McLean got a rare favourable bounce. Went by hand to Guthrie, who lowered the eyes and found Newitt. This looked one of the more dangerous of the Sunbury players today. Right foot kick, goes in the Brennan direction. Discipline spoil from the Bloods' defence. Doran's gather was clean. He got it to Benito, who found McIntyre. Scoble got on the end of that when the handball received and went with a penetrating right foot kick to outer centre wing. Ryan Carter did the discipline spoil to the safety of the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in on outer side, true centre wing.
The time in forward half for the Lions. Give them a couple of stoppages inside 50 to have a rest.
Boundary throw in. Shallow one at that. Tap one by McIntyre. Ran front spot. Chance for Lant. Bailed up there by McIntyre. It was a good second effort from the big fella. And there'll be a ball up on centre wing. 61-point lead to Melton after they led by 42 at half time. Ball up. McIntyre went the soccer through traffic. Found it. And it ended up back in his own possession. Bailed up and there'll be a ball up. Yeah, so Sunbury led by 24 at quarter time, 42 at half time, and now 61 ahead of the final term break.
Kick.
Hickey, out of stoppage. Kick was terrific. Found Carter, made it look easy, and he went onto the left boot out wide towards Kite. Spoil was terrific there from Morris. The youngster did exceptionally well. And Urban did the mobbing up. Bouncing ball. Phillips was strong, knocked at the advantage of Watkins, who'll steady the ship, went short to Sullivan. He'll just say, let's hang on to it for a sec.
Kick to Kite was almost perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Terrific job by Morris. Not
so Sullivan with the left boot. They got a 3-on-1 here, Sunbury. Carter somehow got a little bit, did enough to get it to Borg, who's gone to Carter in the goal square. Speaking of Liam, he'll waste no time. Around the body, goal.
Ryan Carter's got to get some credit there. That's a 1-on-3. One of the three was Lever with a sit on it, and he's just used his big, strong frame. And that's something we spoke about earlier. Sunbury just don't have. Like, Sutton's a terrific player, but those big, strong bodies forward of the ball.
Got a little bit,
Carter's
did enough
drawn,
to get it
you know,
to Borg,
and
who's gone to Carter in the goal square.
Found
Speaking of
his brother,
Liam,
and
he'll waste no time. Around the body, goal.
Ryan Carter's got
that contest just didn't impact body or ball. There was just nothing going on. So it was essentially a 2-on-1 in the end. Given the third player didn't impact the contest.
Didn't grab Borg on the way through either, which is something he might have been able to do. So, yeah.
13-7-85 on the back of that Liam Carter goal. He gets his second of the afternoon. Sunbury 2-6-18. We're out to a 67-point lead. Perugia. Hurried kick to half forward. There's no one at half forward. No one home at all. Look out. Tack on the footy was good there from Morris. Had a swing, just didn't get much on the footy. Looks like there'll be a stoppage. It spills out in the back. Second effort was good there from Morris to knock the ball forward. Doyle, loose hand pass, went to where Urban was, not where he was going, but Urban was up to it. Gathered, tied hand pass there from Morris, fell back into the hands of Urban, conceded by hand to Eels. Loose hand pass, meant for right, got to him on the bounce, through traffic. Made it hard for Power, who was bowled up there by Jack Walker, and there'll be a pull up.
A couple of things we learned about Morris today, because I've never seen him play before, but he's got some really good closing speed, and he's tough. He doesn't mind the contest.
Ball up. McIntyre tried to grab it. Ball went to ground. Power was there, and there'll be a ball up. So the two big men, the heavyweights, McIntyre and Coles.
Sunbury not getting through if they win this anyway. It's down the throw to Watkins. It's not Watkins, it's Riley Walker behind the ball. They've
Tap
looked great
from
behind
Coles.
the ball.
Only went as far as Ferrugia. Shallow entry inside 50. Stevens leading in the race for the ball for Sunbury. Under the pump, but just arched the back and did well. And the kick meant for Muir. It's just a little bit low for him to gather comfortably, so he couldn't hang on to the mark. And again, you get little opportunity when you're not clean against this Melton team. You're able to square away another stoppage. Borg over the shoulder, free kick every day of the week.
McIntyre's been brave in the ruck, hasn't he? Thrown a few
he's
at
tall,
him.
Manfully, yep, indeed. So the right foot kick from Borg, out of the pocket for Liam Carter on the lead, and he's got him.
Hey, what, 6'5", and you pick that off your toes?
Yeah, that's an excellent stretch and grab. And mind you, the lead went for 30 metres as well.
Yeah, it was a nice kick. Gave the defender no chance, but took some talent to catch that one. Not an easy kick out here either.
So it'll take his best, but nothing seems beyond the Bloods when they're having a shot on goal this afternoon. Kicks on its way. Will go across the face, kite the fly. Disciplined Lever knocks it through for a rush behind. Melton's 8th of the afternoon, and they extend, albeit to a 68-point lead here. 27.5 minutes gone, third term. So it'll be Lever onto the trusty left boot, who lowered the eyes, and the kick was good. And found Riley. So he'll just chip it over the top to Stevens. Now this is the kick that's been... Well, we won't get to see it. And just as well, because all the Bloods were all set up. Just that little chip kick from Sunbury and Melton, just get another opportunity to shore up behind the ball. But the siren sounds Melton's most prolific return on the scoreboard for the afternoon, with a 5-goal term after 4 in the first, 4 in the second. And now 13 goals, 86, who lead Sunbury 2-6-18, a 68-point lead to the ladder leaders, Melton. You've got the goal scorers there, Trav.
We have. So for Melton, the two kites that we've spoken about, 8 between them. 4 and 4. See if I got... I'm missing one, Toddy, the last one. Who kicked that?
Liam Carter.
Was it? There you go. Well, Todd. So Geordie kite 4, Braden kite 4, Liam Carter's got 2, Ryan Carter 1, Borg 1, and Russell 1. And for Sunbury, Sutton with a single and Brennan with the other one.
Yeah, it's all Melton here, even, with Sunbury's possession, it's just a struggle. They just can't get, well, it's a rarity, getting an outnumber and being clean with their distribution, either by hand or by foot. So that brings perceived pressure into it as well, and it's just putting a lot of onus on the kicker. And it's just been a battle, and the separation on the scoreboard tells the tale. 13-8-86 Melton leads Sunbury 2-6-18. We'll get some scores from around the grounds in other BFNL matches this afternoon. Darley 48 lead North Ballarat 31. So since midway through that opening term, the Devils it's been 46-8.
Taking control of the game, by the look of it.
Yep, and fair play to North Ballarat though. Clearly undermanned, missing 7 or 8 from their best side. Backer Smash 36, 4 goals 12 if you don't mind. Lake Windaree 55. So a 19-point lead to the Lakers ahead of the three-quarter time break. Sebastopol have been competitive against East Point, 41, trailing the Kangas 65, heading for 10 in a row, mind you, Jay Carmody's men. And Redan and Ballarat, well, that's the other game. Ballarat 86 lead Redan 32, so it's a 9-goal lead to the Swans. So they're putting their hand up for what looks like that one spot that looks left for the finals, albeit 6th.
Yeah, with 5 games to go after today, that's it looks that way, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, the top 5 look pretty safe. I mean, the bottom 6 teams are a win and 29 losses against the 5 above them. So, guys, we'll take a break ahead of the final term here. It's all Melton in the BFNL match of the round. They're 13-8-86. They lead Sunbury 2-6-18. Bit of the Kites and the Carter show, really. They got 4 apiece. The Kites and a couple each to the Carters. A break and back with the final quarter action in a couple of minutes' time.
Despicable Me 4 has landed at Macca's. Try our banana desserts range for despicable grown-ups and a Happy Meal for your little minions. Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas.
It's the Ballarat Football Netball League top 5 for round 11. Kicking us off at number 1, it's Lewis Gilbert here from Lake Wendouree. Watch him here at the foot of the pack. He finally gets it, just throws it in the air almost and goes over his head. An unbelievable goal. Number 2, it's Matt Johnson here from East Point. Ball comes out of the middle. He's from about 60, he unloads. Lucky there's no one in the square and the ball just goes all the way home. Number 3, it's Cody Gates from Bacchus Marsh. Good set of quick handballs here from the boys from the Marsh. But all of a sudden, Cody says, boys, quick the handball. I'm going to put it home around the body, and a great goal. Number 4, Braden Kite here from Melton. He just reads the play really well, running past at the right time, threading the needle with a brilliant goal. Number 5 is Zach Maple here from Ballarat. This one is just class. It's a great pass coming in. He's on 50, right against the boundary line. Drop punt, just sails it through and threads the needle. What a great goal.
Siren sounds to get planned away for this final term here at McPherson's Park. Tap one by Polski. Ground ball. Werner after that heavy hit in the third term. Back in and under. Loose ball opportunity here for Muir. He fired the hand pass out towards Polski. He knocked the ball further afield. Kick goes inside 50. Through the hands of Brennan, but the umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Brennan's way, much to his own surprise. He'll go back and have a shot on goal, and not dissimilar to the third term. An opening opportunity for Sunbury with a shot on goal.
Just noticed Sunbury only had 3 on the bench, and I thought it might have been Werner that was out of the game. Tantanello.
Yes, unsided since the opening term.
Yeah, I reckon it's just a bad cork with a bit of luck.
So Brennan's kick's on the way, and he gets back-to-back goals for himself, and he becomes the first multiple goal scorer for Sunbury this afternoon. He gets goal number 2. Sunbury get their third, and they had a couple of encouraging minutes in that third term early, and they were able to get some bang for buck on this occasion.
A bit of a marvel, really, Lee Brennan. 38 this year. He's still a decent standard of footy to be playing at that age and hitting the scoreboard. Looks after himself well. He's still a terrific player.
63-point lead to Melton. After that goal to Brennan. Add a bit more respect to the Sunbury scoreline. So it'll be Polski to do the work. Was held without it in the end. Umpire let it go. Chance here for Muir, trying to keep the ball in front of him. Did well. Fired the hand pass out to Boyd. Hand pass through traffic was terrific to Power. They got it to Werner.
Whoop.
And he's to just fend off Scoble, but the corralling was good from Scoble, but not before they could extricate by hand. So that loose hand pass for Power meant for Doyle. Found him under the pump from Riley Walker, and then we a ball up. Broadcast centre wing.
Thought Werner was about to get blindsided again then. Didn't see him coming.
3rd minute, final term. Sunbury with the opening goal. Werner out of mid-air, volley, found Power. First bit of luck for Sunbury for the afternoon. Chance here for Lant, who got it over to Muir, who found Newitt. Who, did he hang on to it for long enough? Pay the mark. He'll go back and have a shot on goal, 40 metres out.
Again, that's when they look impressive. They come out of stoppage with 2 or 3 handballs, get the ball to the outside, and then a nice kick. Lance used the ball pretty well inside 50 today.
So it'll be Newitt from 45 metres out with a shot on goal. Not sure if he's going to quite get the distance. It's off hands and through for a minor score.
6v1 in the goal square.
Yeah.
Sutton v half a dozen.
And I'm pretty sure the breeze has dropped a bit too.
Yeah, I think it has.
So it'll be Riley Walker to bring the ball back into play for the Bloods. And he'll go to the outer side of the ground towards half back. Ball to fly through his hands. Open the door for Guthrie. Went by hand to Land. Somehow got to get through traffic. 4 Bloods swarming. Too much in the end. Hickey will take the free kick. Umpire called the advantage through Borg, who got it to Sullivan, who found Farrugia. Territory gain kick. Ball landed on its point. Still favoured the Bloods. Loose hand pass meant for Kite. Boundary line beat them all. Then we are throwing out a side centre wing. 87 plays 25. Sunbury with the only goal of the term. Through traffic goes Power, but bowled up with a vice-like grip from Jack Walker. He'll be nearing double-figure tackles again this afternoon. Loose ball get from Muir was good. Quick hands. Got it to Bramble. His hand pass was just a little hopeful rather than anything else. Power slung to the ground. Turnover. Oh, that's a free kick to Muir. Dispossessed. Umpire called play on though. Lucky it fell into the hands of Bramble, but a couple of kicks, possessions in a row for the youngster were just a bit loose. And there's a loose ball opportunity here for all and sundry to fight over it. As the lights come on here at McPherson's Park, there'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Sunbury goal. 87 plays 25. Ball up. That one by Polsky. Guthrie, quick hand, Sutton. Tackle, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up. Watkins on that occasion. So it'll be Polsky and McIntyre. Loose ball opportunity for Walker. Sutton went forward with momentum, released the ball to another handful of players who are quite prepared to lock it in for another stoppage in Sunbury's front half. Ball up, tap one by Polsky. Quick hands. Got it over towards Lant, who set the ball forward, to no one in particular.
Probably a good result because Mawson was camped in front of Brennan. Watkins on his back shoulder. They were only going to get the ball back if he kicked it straight. So
they'll get their stoppage deep inside 50 here, Sunbury. Boundary throw in. McIntyre grabbed the ball out of the ruck. Oh, you're in trouble here. Umpire call, play on. Sunbury a bit stiff not to get a holding the ball decision. Chance to get a third goal from a free kick. Ball up, deep in Sunbury's forward line. Tap one by Polsky. Fell into the hands of Power, but the umpire's picked out a free kick and it's going to go Sunbury's way. It's going to go to McLean. So an opportunity here. It's just a couple of, it's going to go to McLean, yep. It's just a couple of seconds ahead of time there, Trav. Opportunity for Sunbury to get a third goal from a free kick this afternoon. So it's just really been hard work for them, hasn't it?
yeah, you could say there's a bit of luck there, but credit to them there. They've kept the ball inside their forward 50 for 3 or 4 minutes, and that's what can happen.
And they've kept it in their front half for 7. As McLean makes no mistake on that occasion, hits the scoreboard. He and Sutton have so often done throughout 2024. Sunbury get back-to-back goals to arrow the margin back to 56. But this game was over a long time ago. So it's all about minimising the damage, Trav, and with that battle on for what we anticipate to be third, really, with North Ballarat and Darley. That's presuming Melton and East Point do enough to hold the 1-2 spot. Percentage may well play a role. Ball up, tap one by McIntyre. Well, there was no one there, so he said, well, I'll get it. Could have been held. Was good pressure there from Wright. Good bustling there from Coles. The pressure was good from Power. So some good minutes for Sunbury in this final term. At the ball predominantly played in their front half. Chance here for Guthrie. Went by hand to Power. Got it over to Doyle. Half forward. They go into attack. Sutton sets himself, and he's got it.
Had to sit there, didn't he?
Played on. Kicked an open goal. And Sutton's got his second. And Sunbury get 3 in a row. And their 5th of the afternoon. 5-7-37. Sunbury trail Melton 39-87. Half forward. They go into attack. Sutton sets himself, and he's got it. Saw the margin blow out as high as 68. Played on.
And I remember when it got to 68, Melton had a
got
little
his
bit of momentum, and I mentioned that it could get to 100 if they weren't careful, Sunbury. So, credit to them. They've knuckled down and they've turned it around a little bit and haven't let it blow out, although they don't look like getting anywhere near the game.
8.5 minutes gone, final term. Ball up. Tap one by Coles. Guthrie waiting at ground level, had it knocked away from him. So despite trailing by 50, they've got a little bit of buzz in their work on the back of those 3 consecutive goals.
Looks like they've played with a bit more dash and flair. They've actually, chained a few times and gone forward with some purpose and some speed on the ball.
Here go the Bloods through Lockie Walker. Dribbling ball to half forward. The gunner was good from Cardo. Found Borg. He went forward looking for Kite. Got it to him on the half volley. Somehow he ended up with the footy. Don't tell me he's going to finish for the goal. No.
Oh, that deserved the goal. That was elite. I think everyone wanted that to go through.
Even the goal umpire, he didn't want to run across to the points either. But anyway.
Liam Carter was in the square by himself.
Mind you.
Could have almost got it, but...
Was that not Braden Cott?
No, it was Braden Cott.
Ball comes back into the middle. Sunbury starting to throw their weight around off field. Look out. Lockie Walker, ground level. There'll be a ball up on half forward for Melton.
I was there.
Yeah.
They must have thought you said it was a goal.
No, never. Land over the footy. Had it stolen from Scoble. Call it even. There'll be a ball up. So 3 unanswered goals to Sunbury in this final term. 10 minutes in, they trailed by 51. Loose ball opportunity for Power. He's had quite a few handballs today. To Coles, got it over the top to Lant. Chisuda caught one right in the mid-drift, and Lant just ran away and went out direction of McLean. He and Walker going hard at the footy. Walker got a favourable bounce, quick hands over to Minito, standing start, territory gain, kick, clearance one at that towards half-back. Carter got a terrible bounce, favoured Guthrie. Got it over to Riley, dribbling ball inside 50 here for the Lions. So some bit of momentum for Sunbury early in this, the first half of this final term.
Sort of went to bump and not tackle in the middle of the ground, and could have wrapped him up if he wanted.
51-point lead of the Bloods. 11 minutes gone, final term. Tap one by Coles. Second effort was good from the big fella. Shoveled it out to Guthrie, who went back by hand to right. Got a terrible bounce, opened the door for Russell. Left foot kick beyond centre wing. Attacking the footy was good there from Eels. He too got a bad bounce. Favoured Ryan Carter. Got it over the top to brother Liam. Lowered the eyes. Kites in front. Here's a chance for Morris. Did the mobbing up. Got it to Lever, who went back to Morris, who went to ground. Saved by the boundary line. There'll be a throw in 51 metres around from the Melton goal. 11 and a half minutes gone. Final term. Under dimming light here, the digital scoreboard and the lights overhead having an impact. Boundary throw in. Coles just won that uncontested tap to the advantage of Muir. Kicked the ball towards half back. Newitt couldn't quite keep it in. Good play, Newitt.
Did well
just
there to
showing
keep it in
his
front of him.
versatility, forward and back.
Yeah, he's had an impact since he went forward, no doubt.
Boundary throw in, half forward, outer side. For the Bloods, who lead by 51. McIntyre with the hand pass, only as far as Muir. Gather was good from Werner. Look out, Borg's in pursuit, but Werner was up to the task. Got it over towards Power. Right foot kick, awkward one at that. Territory gain, got it to half forward. Riley Walker got call it what you like, but the bounce favoured the boundary line in the end. There'll be a throw in on half forward outer side for Sunbury.
Good result for Sunbury there.
Yeah. 12 and a half minutes gone, final term. 68-point lead's been reduced to 51 with 3 unanswered goals to Sunbury in this final term. Throw in. Tap one by McIntyre. Ground ball, Power. Trying hard. Maybe a ball up.
It's had a good start to the last quarter. Sunbury have looked to play with more freedom this quarter. Borg.
Yeah, every bit gassed, and rightly so. He's covered the ground and with speed, you know.
Terrific player.
Outer side, centre wing, Bramble, bailed up by Russell. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go the way of Bramble. It was found by the non-officiating umpire, actually, who called that one. So Bramble on the right boot, high up and under kick. Brennan the target. He's got a couple to beat. Fly was okay. Waiting down there was an unlikely type in Ampolsky, who went to Urban. Back to Stevens. Had to be quick. They're in trouble here, Sunbury, but somehow they got it to Muir, who found Stevens, who went long to Sutton. Oh, chuckling attempt. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
Bramble's kick's not where you want to kick the ball there to the top of the arc. That gets rebounded off usually, but Stevens, that extra penetration, his kicking was perfect for Sutton, just couldn't hang on to it.
Boundary throw in. Sunbury in attack. Tap one by McIntyre. Hurried kick out of congestion from what might have been Watkins, and it was, but only as far as Muir. I liked his game today. He's kept trying up against it.
He's had his hands full, hadn't he? Borg and Kite for the day. But he has. He's toiled hard. He's got some leg speed, so he tends to get those types for Sunbury.
Yeah, he's been a handy in for Sunbury this year. He and Tantanello, of course, who they lost earlier. There was no Hannett today, no Cameron. And the kick from Muir was left and always left while he got plenty of the footy. Their 8th behind of the afternoon. Round figure 50-point margin, near 15 minutes gone, final term. And the Bloods bring the ball back into play. It'll be Watkins. He'll come along the line. Stewart sets himself. Urban in front. Couldn't take the mark. Oh, umpires paid it to Carter in the end, who's stolen off Urban, much to his surprise. So Ryan Carter, he too will go along the line.
Kick.
Stewart can mark uncontested in between Stevens and Riley and play on with the left boot to half forward. Russell will need to be good here. Neither can impact the contest. Ball got out the back, got it to Carter. He can chip it over the top to Kite if he likes. He does. Kite will get goal number 5.
Very unselfish there, Liam Carter.
Well, especially after what transpired earlier with Kite having a pot shot with one of the Carter boys in the goal square.
It was Ryan actually gave that away, was it? I said
Liam.
Liam
Neither can impact the
very
contest.
unselfish.
Ball got out the back, got it to
Brayden
Carter. He
gets
can
goal
chip it
number
over the
5
top to Kite if he likes. He does. Kite will get goal number 5.
Very unselfish there, Liam Carter.
There's one thing, you know, presenting and doing good work, but there's another thing, finishing, getting it done. They're just brutal. Sunbury with Melton with their finishing.
He's the type of player that tends to find one when they need it most too, which isn't the case today, but a little bit like Borg, they get it done at important times.
Ball up, tap one by Ampolsky, went searching for Werner, didn't find him. Soccer off the ground from Jack Walker, went forward in the direction of Russell. Tack on the footy was good from Eel. So too Russell. Nearly bit off more than he could chew. Umpire called play on. Ericsson through traffic. Kick across the body. Look out. There's a Carter and a Kite somewhere. Knocked away there from Riley. Scramble opportunity for Borg. Goal number 2 for Borg. Back-to-back goals for Melton. They've brought the ton up here at McPherson's Park.
Carter and a Kite somewhere, Todd, absolutely. They're everywhere.
15-10, 100, Melton leads. Look out, there's a Carter and a Kite somewhere. 5-8, knocked away there from Riley. Scramble opportunity for Borg. You know, in the opening. Goal number 2 for Borg. Back-to-back goals for Melton. Bit of some impetus. Bang, bang. And the Bloods back-to-back goals, and we're back all of a sudden to a 62-point ball game.
Yeah, and the time in forward half this quarter would be 80% Sunbury.
Correct.
Melton's gone inside forward 50, I think, 3 times and kicked 2 goals. That's what good sides do, isn't it? They hurt you.
Back at the restart. And Polsky won that tap, only as far as Hickey. Hurried kick. Here they go again. The Bloods. Lieber.
Oops.
Got plenty of it, but now he's in trouble.
No prior.
Held to him. No prior. Good call, Trav. There'll be a ball up. 50 and a bit metres out from the Melton goal. So 3 goals to 2 in favour of Sunbury in this final term, albeit the Lions kicking with the breeze. Lant through traffic. Went to kick and then bit indecision, went by hand in the air. Geordie Kite got it to Carter, who got it to Ferrugia, who went inside 50. Ryan Carter's got it. So Ryan Carter will go back and have a shot on goal here. And a chance to kick his third of the afternoon.
Second.
Jinxed,
yeah, sorry, mate. Liam's got 2. Ryan's got 1.
So it'll be Ryan Carter, who...
Does he kick it?
I'll back him in.
Yeah, I think he does.
I reckon he's kicked 9 of his last 10 set shots.
There you go. That's just enough for him to miss for you, Todd. Go on, Pyre.
Does not move.
There it is.
It's another Carter class here at McPherson's Park on the goal front. He's got goal number 2. And what an excellent example he is at shooting for goal on the set shot. 16-10, 106 Melton. They lead Sunbury 5-8-38. We're back to that 68-point margin on the back of 3 consecutive goals to the Bloods to match Sunbury's 3 goals to kickstart the final term. But it took the Sunbury 3 goals, 15 minutes to get their 3, and the Bloods 3 minutes.
It's undone in 3 minutes, yeah.
19 minutes gone, final term, 68-point lead to Melton. And Polsky, quick hands to Lant, who got it to Miwa through traffic. And he got around Scoble and got onto that right boot. Awkward-looking kick towards half-forward. Clean bowled all and sundry except for Newitt. On the left boot, kick across the body to a vacant goal. Square is off to the right.
Yeah, Polsky's been pretty good after half-time in the ruck, hasn't he? He's
Well, when they put him in the ruck.
Yeah, he's given them that's it. Since half time, he's given them first use a fair bit since he went in there.
Tick over 19 and a half minutes gone final term. 67-point ball game. Ball back into play there from Phillips with a high up and under beyond the defensive 50. Ball ends up off hands over the line for a throw-in. Boundary throw-in to take place. It'll be Stewart and Polsky. Call that even. 3 or 4 players waiting at the feet of that ball in. And there'll be a stoppage. Melton 106 lead Sunbury 39. And Polsky grabbed it out of the ruck. And his kick actually went into the shin. That looked a bit painful. Might have been Hickey. Ball travels in the middle of the ground here. Loose ball opportunity for Morris, who went by hand to Muir, who's bailed up, caught and stolen. And his lunch money stolen by Suter. And out the back they go. Liam Carter can get it over the top to Ryan, who got it. 2 Carters, 3 inside 50 with 30 metres of space around them.
Hey? Wouldn't read about it.
Right. So number 3 coming up for Ryan Carter.
Yep. The Sunbury
goal number 5 for the Carter franchise.
Yeah, the Sunbury defenders, when Muir got the ball, they sort of took off, which is fair enough, but then they ball watched a little bit and got caught too high.
17 goals, 10. Melton 112 lead Sunbury 5-9-39. 73-point lead to the Bloods. So 4 goals in the opening term to the Bloods, 4 goals in the second, 5 in the third, and 4 now in the last. Ryan Carter with that goal, back-to-back goals for Ryan. Ball up, tap one by Stewart, only as far as Bright, who went by hand. Stolen again by Suter. Quick hands, over to Mido, needs to be quick. Lowered the eyes, dribbling ball inside 50. Lever was clean, threw the ball onto the boot territory game. Set up for Scoble, who can send the Bloods back into attack, but he lowered the eyes and squared it to Stewart. He's got Walker in the middle of the ground if he wants him. Kick it to me, but ignored. So Stewart sends the ball into attack. And why wouldn't you? Because they got some firepower forward, the Bloods. Sunbury get back through right with a loose hair pass, hopeful rather than anything else. Blind turn from Muir. Chance there for Power, dispossessed. Gee, the pressure's still up from the Bloods. You'd think they were a point down, not 70 points up. And here they go through Scoble. Ran to 48. Right foot kick. Bouncing ball. He's knocked through for a rush behind.
They've absolutely lifted their intensity. It's almost like that first 10 minutes poked the bear. And,
yeah, that's right.
They've dominated centre clearance in the last 12 minutes and their pressure's right up again. It's actually been a reasonable quarter of footy.
17 goals, 11, 113.
Whoops.
To 5-9-39. Kick in out of defence there from Muir to half back to Farrugia.
It's dangerous, that.
He was tackled, half slung to the ground by Coles. Fair enough, said the umpire. Ball up, tap one by, well, we'll give that to Stewart. And the youngster at ground level, speak of Morris.
Oh, Urban's gone over the top of it.
Suter. Another stoppage. So a 74-point lead to the Bloods. Time on final term. 7 goals in this final term. 4 to the Bloods. 3 to Sunbury. So probably still another 6 minutes to go, I reckon. Trav, ball up. Tap one by Stewart to Lachlan Walker. Dribbling ball. Out in front of Ericsson. Can he... pressure on the footy was good. He was bumped over there by Eels. And Sunbury be the beneficiaries here through Guthrie, whose kick was good to Power. Who's kept accumulating between the arcs today. A lot of possessions under pressure, though. Speak of the devil. Short kick to Guthrie, didn't go the journey, but he'll steady the ship and found Muir on the defensive 50. Stevens all on his own, but he'll go through the web, and he found Coles, who played on. Guthrie, you're in trouble. Quick hands, got it to Power. Should have went to Werner, but now we go by foot towards half forward, towards Sutton. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Watkins does and steadies the ship. They've got couple here. They can raffle it. And Russell, the beneficiary, found Ryan Carter right in front of us here.
Sunbury well covered behind the ball.
Look at that running from Russell. He'll get on the end of this. He does. That was Jack Walker, in fact. Right foot kick.
He's got
into
Russell.
the pocket. And now he's got Russell. Once again, just ahead of my time.
You were there.
Russell into the pocket. Scoble presents. And that's reward for work rate. The young winger will go back and have a shot on goal.
Disappointed.
Tough degree of difficulty here with that breeze.
Sunbury be disappointed with that one because they were well set up behind the ball and Melton didn't look like getting through and just worked harder than them into the holes and found their way through with uncontested possession. Wow, has he kicked that?
No, he's hit the post.
Rightio, fair effort.
Might have scored there for Scoble. That would have nearly earned a drink. He had to snuck that one in, Trap.
Yeah, Levers missed Muir here.
75-point lead could extend as Sullivan gathered, sent the ball into attack. That's going to just sneak in for a minor score. The Bloods 13th of the afternoon. 115. Melton lead Sunbury 39. 76-point lead. Lever with the kick, penetrating one at that. Knew it. Nice overhead mark. He's a reliable commodity, knew it. And he went short and found Morris. He got it over towards Boyd, who'll turn it over. Kick just found Suter. They switch play to Borg, who's found his way back into the defensive 50. The kick didn't let him down to Ericsson. Through traffic, found Walker. And his kick was eventually cut off with that chip game. Just one too many from the Bloods as Coles tumbles the kick towards the attacking 50 off the hands of Ampolsky. Chancellor Watkins found Mawson by hand. Boundary side, he'll go short to Hickey. Kick was okay. 76-point lead to Melton. Near 27 minutes gone, final term. Concedes with a 45 kick to Sullivan. That was a risky kick. Ferrugia was up to the task.
Always is.
Probably double-figure marks for Ferrugia this afternoon. So, he had to stand up in the absence of Cotter on the intercept and aerial front.
Been very good.
So they'll just chip it around in their back half. Melton as Watkins gets it to Sullivan, who wastes no time. Walker could have called Mawson back, but he decided to take it on himself, so they wax on and wax off amongst each other. Now it's a chance that Geordie Kite got on the end of it. Bouncing ball. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Sunbury's way for over the shoulder against Ryan Carter. And it'll be Eels the beneficiary. There's a bit going on in front of us, chap. Keep an eye on that as Lever will negotiate by hand to Boyd, whose chip over the top was okay. To Werner on outer centre wing. He wastes no time, ran away, right foot kick inside 50. Brent of the target. Excellent ball from Ferrugia. Here come the reinforcements from the Bloods defence. Through Phillips, right foot kick, and they're out again here. They've got over the back through Carter. He'll square it to Jack Walker. He hasn't stopped running and accumulating with and without the ball, mind you. Two-way running excellent. His short kick was good to Stewart, who went back, went to Suter. He'll sleep well tonight after a couple of heavy knocks throughout the day.
Pretty uncompromising.
Some given, some taken.
Yeah, no, he's a tough player. He won't mind at all. Just controlling the ball now.
Yep, indeed.
Maybe starting to think about next week.
So Liam Carter goes short to Jack Walker. There's another one to his name and found Scoble. All on his own.
Make the ground so big, they use all the every metre of grass.
A kick from Scoble's terrific. Found Braden Kite from 50. Kick to Ericsson.
Well, he had Carter out the back in the goal square there, or he had Ericsson short. He had one in between. Plethora of options inside forward 50.
So Ericsson, a chance to kick his first of the afternoon. The Bloods 18th in the 30th minute of this final term in the BFNL match of the round. By the Red Onion Vision, trying to park a couple of the quality vehicles as Guthrie comes off for a spell. So Ericsson from 40 metres kicks on its way. It's left and always left.
He's worked hard, Josh. Had a reasonable day, but he's got a big load to carry in there without Lewis and Egan.
So the magic number was 76 in the end. I think they just need to add another one, I think. 17, 14, 116. Melton have defeated Sunbury 5-9, 39. A 77-point win to the Bloods, who look well on their way to another minor premiership, Trav.
Yeah, the goal scorers, Kite 5. That's Braden Kite 5. Geordie 4. Ryan Carter 3. 2 each to Liam Carter and Borg, and 1 to Russell. And for Sunbury, Brennan ended up with 2, Sutton 2, and McLean 1 to make up their 5. But yeah, I think everyone coming here today, you thought Melton were going to be pretty hard to beat. But you probably didn't see, Sunbury probably hoped to get within 5 goals of them. It probably depends what sort of goals you set. Sunbury's lost 4 of their last 5 now, as you obviously know, and 2 of them have been to Melton. So if you put it in perspective... three of their last 4. Yeah, that's just their 4 of their last 5 after today.
Oh, yeah.
After today. 3 of the last 4 coming in, I think. So I think they've lost twice to Melton in that period.
Yeah, Ballarat and
East Point got them, and Ballarat. They've lost 4 of their last 5. But again, it's not many teams have beaten Melton. So if your goal's to win a flag, you've got a lot of work to do. If your goal's to finish top 4, you can do that without beating Melton.
And
Melton's a good side.
How do you just deny them with just even if they have a minority of minutes in their front half in any given quarter? Today they were ever consistent. They went 4 goals with it, 4 goals against it, 5 goals with it, and then 4 goals against it in the last. 4-4, 5-4 equals 17 goals. Do that every week, you won't lose a game of footy.
Yeah, where I think they're different to some sides, Sunbury in particular, they're different methods of scoring. They can win stoppage and go forward with the Carters under a high ball, for example, and the major smalls at their feet, or they can get you rope a dope like they did a bit of today, where Sunbury have 7 or 8 minutes in their forward half and they just slingshot. And how many times today did we see they had Carters and Kites out the back inside forward 50, walking to open goals, etc. And take those easy uncontested marks. The number that'll be high today when we look back on the stats, I think that the number that'll be really high today is uncontested marks inside forward 50 for Melton.
Yeah.
And they usually result in goals or shots on goal. And in Melton's case, because they're such good finishers, goals.
And they had a stack of those. They had a stack of those in the last quarter too. In their back half, they'll have 100+ uncontested marks for sure today. Melton, don't worry about that. But it's not like they just get an easy ball. They earn a hard one, and they get the ball on their own terms, and they just suck everything out of you. The Bloods, and mate, they're a powerhouse. They've still got Cotter, Davis, and O'Brien to come into that side, and that's with all respect to a couple of others who are surely in consideration. And but Sunbury a bit shy of their best on paper, but. Yeah, they've fallen short today. 76 is 77 is just a bit much.
Wow, what was their biggest loss for the year coming in today? You might have an idea. Probably Ballarat last week.
Well, 22 points was their was what they lost to Ballarat, but there'll be similar numbers too with the in the negative to the Ballarat game. Yeah,
they've had a fair touch up, and I think just back on Melton too. So obviously it's their first season under a new coach, and they're on top of the ladder. But you've got to remember with Melton too. Last year they finished on top. The year before that, they finished on top. The year before that, they finished second. Like, since we got back after COVID, that's 2021, 22, 23. They've had 3 top 2 finishes, 2 of them top of the ladder. They look likely to finish top again, don't they? So their dominance over a 4-year period, and that's not including their grand final in 2018 against, I think it was East Point in 2018.
Their last 50 games, they've probably lost 6 games.
Yeah, been a strong side, so...
all right, guys.
That's
a convincing win to Melton. Congratulations. A 77-point win in the end over Sunbury, who just couldn't get into it today. With all respect, but the Bloods were up and about. So
the one good thing with Sunbury, mate, that when you win your first 6, you know what I mean, which they did, so they still find themselves. Where do you think they find themselves after the weekend? Will they slip to 4th or 5th?
Oh, that depending on percentage.
Probably 4th, but
whether Darley got hold of North Ballarat or not, well, I
still
gave
right
every indication that it wasn't. Backer Smash 54. They'll lose to Lake Windaree 84. That's a disappointing result. Just 7 goals for the Cobras. Redan Ballarat will get a score for you in that game. Ballarat, Darley 59, North Ballarat 49. So they've shown a bit of character to fight back there, North Ballarat. So a tight one there. Sebastopol 57, no match for East Point 110, who gave them the slip. Whilst in the Redan Ballarat game, looks like Ballarat are going to record a big win. Let's just take a look at that. Wow, the Swans 108, Redan 39. That's a 69-point lead to Ballarat over Redan. I wouldn't have picked that at City Oval.
It's starting to look like if you finish third, you might not, get a walk through either. Like Ballarat are starting to play some pretty good footy in the back half, aren't they? Might be a threat come finals if they hold on the 6th spot.
Yeah, and Darley, well, they just got it done. They're just trying to find a way to connect at the moment. They're just 10 points up on North Ballarat, who are 7 or 8 shy of their best, so plenty of work to be done there. It just looks like Melton and East Point at the moment taking all before them. East Point get a 10th win in a row, and the Bloods just with the one hiccup against East Point. Those two look heavily favoured to finish 1-2 at season's end.
They do, but you wouldn't put a line through Darley, and I think North Ballarat, did they finish 4th or 5th last year, North, and then they're in front with a kick to go in the grand final. So, but yeah, at the moment it seems like those two are far superior.
Yeah, interesting. All right, guys. Well, on behalf of the crew here at McPherson's Park, we're going to pack up this gear before this storm comes in. Well, speaking of storms, it really was an ominous performance from the Bloods. Too good for Sunbury today to the tune of 77 points. 17-14, 1-1-6 have defeated Sunbury 5-9-39. Braden Kite, 5 goals. Geordie Kite, 4. That's the tail of the tape. We bid you all a good afternoon from McPherson Park. We'll do it all again next week. Thanks, Trav.
Thanks, Todd.